I don't
But
think. Yes.
Thomas was talking about the other day that like he got his dad's old phone because they're the Fitzgeralds. They fucking replace their phone every like fucking year.
Just name dropping
Um,
names.
hey, bro, hey, all right,
Does not his full name.
for the sake of this podcast, names and faces have been changed.
All right, welcome back to Shitposting the Lads. Today we're on episode 16. I'm your host for today, Skylar, and I'm with the boys, Tiger and Michael. But today we have a special guest, Trey.
Hey, what's up?
Introduce yourself.
It's your boy Trey. I'm here. I'm a friend of the lads, and I'm here to provide entertaining content to supplement the beautiful ride that is this podcast.
Excellent. So, as usual, we give a few quick life updates before jumping into our topics. So, who wants to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I can start. Life updates.
Michael.
Well, school finished, so I started out my internship, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And last few days, I've just been hard grinding art, and yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, he's been banging out
Pretty
killer
nice.
pieces. Also, I gotta ask for clarification. Like, I know you can leave this in, a little blooper. Am I supposed to like be addressing someone? Like, am I presenting, or is this just us talking?
No,
It's just us talking.
It's just us talking.
So
I mean,
So I
like,
don't
just
have
imagine-
to be like,
Dude.
oh, about that art that you show. Okay, cool.
No,
I mean, like, you could just pretend you're like on Joe Rogan's podcast. Actually, it's not really Joe Rogan's. This is actually modeled more after Trash Taste. I think we started doing this. I think like 2 episodes into Trash Taste. I think it was my idea to do this.
So am I the Chris Broad? Of shit posting
I
with the lads?
suppose, yeah,
The
definitely.
fourth member of shit posting with the lads.
Yeah, bro.
Indeed.
Sneak my way in. I'll
Another-
just join this call whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were gonna do like every week, and then we got lazy, and now
We don't have enough
And then,
stuff
like-
to talk about every week. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
true.
no,
that's true.
yeah.
They get like another like 20 episodes ahead of us, but whatever.
They're more than 20. They're at 50.
Wait, Trash Taste? No. They're at like
55
what,
is
like
what.
53?
They're 53. All right, everyone.
Yeah, no, they passed the year
That's
mark they passed the
Yeah.
year mark when I was in Houston. So they're like 55, 56 now.
Rip.
Nice.
All right.
We're,
Well,
we're like
We're
40
on,
episodes behind.
we're on 16. We're on 16, and that's what you guys
Yeah.
get.
Hey, that's more than a little people sitting at home thinking about starting a podcast. Y'all started a podcast.
Yeah, I was just bored, and I actually thought it was just to be a good excuse to talk to people. Talk to.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun to have the long form conversation because the stuff we talk about is more interesting than just when we chat shit about games. So,
No.
this is what we
Yeah.
We
But
have
this is
shit
also
with
before
purpose
I
now.
joined. This is also before I joined the seeding server. So, like, but ever since I joined this server, like the need for like talking is a bit less because I just kind of hang out there. But
Yeah.
anyway, we got totally derailed. Tiger, what's happening with you?
Yeah, so I mean, well, it's the summer. Recently, I finished a summer class. Now I'm back to grinding. You know, your leak holds, your
Same, dude.
stuff like that. Well, actually, recently I finished doing like the travel plans for going to the U.S. So I got the tickets all figured out. Got like the testing, the COVID testing booked, stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice. So basically, when you're coming,
Mid-August.
and
Nice.
where are you going in the U.S.?
Where I'm going? What is
Hang
Going
out
to
with
this?
the
school,
lads.
baby.
To school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pursuing an education.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What the
I
hell?
forgot
What kind of question is
What
that?
kind of question is that?
I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. I thought he was like going on vacation or something. I don't know. Nice.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, recently I finished ReZero. That's we'll talk about that in the future, but we've been
Not on this podcast. I'm still
tuned.
I'm still behind.
Yeah, not on
Stay
this
tuned.
episode, but yeah.
Bro, I don't know. Like I still don't know why the fuck I haven't watched it. It's like You know,
You say
it's
you
like
like
the
the
meat.
series,
It's
and
bro.
you just
I know.
don't
No, see,
do it.
ReZero, one of my favorite series, but it's like the don't meet your heroes kind of thing.
Wait,
Where
Reese
like
Zero's one of your
I
favorite
built it
series?
up so much in my mind that I'm like terrified to actually go watch it and it not live up to the hype. And
You
I'm
know what
only
would be
making it worse for
hilarious?
myself.
You know what would be hilarious if Izzy watches it and then he hates it as much as I do, and then
No, sorry.
See,
None of
no,
us-
Skylar, even if that were true, which I highly doubt, because you know he is still my hero. You know, I haven't met him yet, but he's still my hero. ReZero season 2. Even if that was true, just to oppose you, I wouldn't give you an inch, bro. I'd say it's my favorite. I'd buy
You
the
would just
merch.
say that it was good.
I'd buy the
You would
REM
just be
statue,
in
fucking put it
denial
on my
that
PC.
it's bad.
Trey's like, yeah, okay.
Sorry, we
It's
aren't
so
all
bad,
clowns
guys.
like you.
I live to be in opposition
It's
of you,
it's
Skylar.
so bad. I can't even begin.
Nah,
to-
you're
I
just a
mean,
clown,
we'll
bro.
get into it. We'll get
A
into
good
it
bl-
when we
yeah.
get into it.
You're just a
But-
clown. It's okay.
Just a good litmus test of just like, hey, is my take good? Is it in direct contrast to you? Like that is what I base a lot of my stuff on.
It's alright to be wrong.
Okay,
But,
except on Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, I will admit, is amazing.
Right, yeah, it's like the meme of like the white guy and the black guy like holding hands. Like Attack on Titan's good.
Everything
That's
else,
also going to be its own thing,
everything else.
its
No.
its own episode. But yeah,
Alright.
I think there's stuff we both like, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
some stuff.
Skylar, so what
Some
have
stuff.
you been doing these days, Skylar?
So it has been in the summer. I traveled a little bit, saw my family. Some personal stuff happened. I'm not going to talk about, but the two main important highlights are I went to an anime convention.
Did you like dress up?
No, I kind of wanted to.
Aw,
I
dude.
decided to go like 4 days before. So it was kind of like a last minute thing, and I needed to like. I'm going to be able to do a good job anyway, but next time I totally will, and it'll be hilarious. And the
Dude,
other thing is,
Vlog
That would
it,
be
dude.
very
You should
funny.
vlog it. You should vlog it.
Vlog no, I'll talk about it a little bit more when we talk about
Shit
it. But
posting
one of
with
the
the live
guys
special.
I met
Sorry,
there,
sorry.
he started vlogging it. He like started streaming to
Oh,
people.
that's so funny.
Like one of the people in one of the guys in like the quote unquote friend group I went with. It was really cringe. But we can talk about that a little bit later. The other thing is
It could've
I
been
now
you.
have.
Could have been you, yeah.
No, I don't. I wouldn't do that. The other thing is I have a cat now. I have a kitten. And I can elaborate on what
Yeah, we'll
that's
talk
been
about
like
that.
a little bit later. Those are the two main things.
All right. What about you, Trey? Is there anything in your life that you wanna share with everyone?
I've just been vibing it up in New Orleans. I'm finally hitting the gym again. COVID was rough. I got a little comfortable. Started ordering Postmates a lot. And now I'm trying to work that off. I'm on a 3 days on, 1 day off schedule. I'm doing a little and trying to keep up the ring fit with my boy Michael.
Let's go. We're ring fitting.
The
Nice.
lifestyle of ring fit.
Wait, 3 days off? Wait, 3 days on, 1 day off. So that's like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
How that's
And then like 8th day off, and then 9th day start back up, start the cycle over.
Right.
And then, bro, you see, it was going good. I did like the first 2 weeks, and then I talked to Ting. He asked me to set up a workout for him, and he was like, "Oh, well, I have this ab circuit. You should add it in too." And oh my god, bro, I should have never listened to him. It's horrific. Like Ting is just in better ab shape than me. Like maybe I'm like, just stronger than him, but he's definitely in better shape than I am. And that ab circuit just makes me want to cry just a little bit.
Damn.
But more importantly, the reason I started going back to the gym, because I could have gone back to my university's gym for like $30 cheaper a month than what I'm paying right now. But the place that I'm going to right now has a steam room. I don't know. I know I told Michael about this. I don't know if I've told you all about this, but like, there is nothing better after a workout, because when I lived in Saudi, the gym there had a sauna, or not a sauna, a steam room, and just like going in there and just like not being able to breathe for like 10 minutes, but then being able to breathe like fucking like super well, like fucking you got like nanoed. My lungs got nanoed, and it's just amazing. There's like no better feeling. If you'll ever have access to a steam room, bro, saunas are mid as fuck. But steam rooms, on the other hand, so good.
I've never really tried steam rooms. I
never
usually
tried
don't like
one, yeah.
in general.
What's the difference?
Really warm.
I've been in-
So A sauna
Yeah.
is just like, think of it as like the desert. Like you're just vibing out in fucking Death Valley. Like no moisture, no nothing. It's just a really hot room for you to sweat in.
That sounds
That's
terrible.
a sauna.
A steam
I know,
room
that's what- I
is
don't like
like
saunas at all.
similar, if not higher level of temperature. Like the one I'm in is I think 120 or 125.
Holy shit.
But like they just actively just keep putting steam into there. And so like you can't like even with my glasses off or like glasses on whatever regardless like 'cause my glasses fog up instantly but that's it would basically anywhere but like you can't see like even if you put your hand like all the way out in front of you like you can't see like the wrinkles on your hand like the little like, knuckle fold it's
Holy
insane
shit.
like, it's very dense steam and it's kind of funny because every once in a while you go in there and like I like to listen to music when I'm in there and if no one is in there like I will like I'll play a little something on my phone. But then every once in a while, like I won't
you bring
see
your
someone.
phone in there?
Yeah, it's waterproof.
I would be.
It's fucking
paranoid as
2021,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah,
I know, but like,
I still don't like putting my phone next to water. It just doesn't.
Even next to water, bro. No, my phone follows me basically everywhere. If it's in the shower,
I
like if
know,
I'm in
I
the
know,
shower,
you've
it
told me
is
this,
like
but, like,
under.
That's so weird to me. It feels wrong.
I know, like even if my phone's waterproof,
I'm just
like
taking advantage of the technologies of the future, bro.
I guess yeah, it's just a little weird.
We're stuck in the past. We're fucking boomers.
Yo,
Come on.
Well, actually, y'all stuck in that 2014. Y'all still think y'all need the fucking the life-proof cases? Nah. The phone's
Plastic
built-in
Actually,
life-proof
I'm not even
cases
sure
now.
if my specific
Fucking
phone model
plastic
has
bag.
waterproofing.
Wait, what kind of phone do you have? What the fuck?
I have a Pixel 4a.
I would be willing to place money on the fact that it's 2021, bro. When the 4A come out, like 2019?
I don't know. Let me
It's the
find
new
out right
age,
fast.
bro. It's the new age.
Okay, the 5G version of this phone is waterproofed.
Yeah, because isn't that like coming out soon?
Yes.
Thomas was talking
No,
about
it came out. It was like extra $100, and I'm like, I
got
don't
his
really need
dad's old
5G.
phone
So
because they're the Fitzgeralds. They fucking replace their phone every like fucking year.
Just name dropping.
Hey, bro. Hey, all right.
His full name.
For the sake of this podcast, names and faces have been changed. These are not actually Michael, Skylar, and Tiger.
We name
I'm
dropped
not
King,
actually
we name
Trey.
dropped Thomas's full name.
yeah, drop his full name. What's his social security, by the way? Just,
It's
What's his credit card
185.
What's his mom's maiden name, guys?
Credit card
I actually
number.
know
Where did
What's
you go
his-
to school?
I actually
His
know that.
girlfriend's name?
Bro, Thomas's mom, bro, the fucking foo-foo. Insane person. Sorry, Thomas's mom, if you ever read this or watch this. I'm name dropping here.
Reading now his full family's names. And then,
Yeah, bro, it's fucking. I got their address too on file. I can
Jesus.
pull it up if you want. No,
You guys
fuck it,
wanna
I can't even remember what I was
proceed
going.
to-
Oh, but he also saying sorry. Back to what I was. He like they got the 5G and he said it's fucking nice. He was like, whoo.
I don't do
But
anything with my phone that would require me to do 5G anyway. Like the only thing I would really benefit from is like faster internet speeds, which is is nice, I guess. But it's like
Yeah, that's all it is.
that's basically it, right? Like, I mean, like some people do like the whole smart home stuff and like transmit a lot of data, or like they need the. I don't know, but like I don't.
Yeah, but that's
basically just,
that's
like,
Wi-Fi, right? That's not your data, like your cell phone data, is it? I don't know. I could just be misunderstanding it.
I don't know, but okay, as I understand it, the 5G is like a much higher data bandwidth, but like much shorter range. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they
So
can-
actually, bro, I have that problem right now because we have there's the 5 gigahertz signal and there's the 2.4 gigahertz signal. 2.4 can only transmit speeds up to like I don't know, fucking like 40 or 50 down. But it can go much farther and through like thicker walls. And we recently got like better internet here. Like we got like fucking fiber optic, but we're sharing internet with the other side of the house, and it can't go through the fucking wall because this house was built fucking like I don't know, like the 20s. And so now we're having to like trying to work around it. Like we're trying to like we're trying like Wi-Fi outside and then goes back in. I don't know the fucking idea how it's gonna work.
Ethernet cables. What?
Bro, I can't fucking drill a hole in the wall to give them an Ethernet cable.
Fine, Wi-Fi.
This is a
range
rental.
extender.
Richard,
Alright.
bro, we have 5 in this house right now.
Don't expect me. Swear to God.
All right.
We're trying, Skylar.
Peasants,
off-
dude.
Honestly, fucking peasants owning fucking what are this like concrete walls or whatever the fuck my apartment's made out of.
Imagine being made out of concrete. All right, Michael, let us know
Yeah.
about your internship.
You guys want to go to the first topic? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm working at. So for those who don't know, I'm a computer science major. But my internship is actually in data science, which kind of computer science adjacent field a little bit. But my internship is actually like boring as fuck because basically, yeah, like they didn't like the people they hired for this job didn't know anything about coding. So they basically gave like the expectation for this job is that, oh, you don't really know anything about coding. And so they gave me a bunch of weeks to learn SAS, which is a quote unquote coding language, but it's basically a scripting language that is like really fucking simple. And I learned in like 5 minutes. And so
Wait, what's the difference between a? Sorry to cut you off. What's the difference between a coding language and a scripting language?
I would say it's mostly like capabilities because like coding languages you can basically do anything, but like scripting languages it's very limited in scope because you can only do very specific things that are predetermined basically.
Okay.
So like SAS, you can only really pull data in like a very like few specific ways. That's like the entirety of the purpose of it. It's also supposedly like a really outdated platform, but I mean whatever. So I basically just sit around all day and do nothing because I finish my work in like 15 minutes for the work that I'm supposed to get for like 2 days, and then yeah, I have a good evaluation, so it's really chill.
Dude, that sounds like the internships some of my other friends have. Like, they go in and they like just kind of sit around. Like they were telling me the other day that they came in and they waited like an hour for their supervisor to show up because he was late, and they can't finally let him in. But then they needed to wait for like another guy to come, and he was 2 hours late. So they just literally sat there the entire morning and just didn't really do anything. And they came and they did what they're supposed to do in like half an hour, and they got off work early. And I'm like, damn, all right.
Luckily, it's work from home, so I'm remote, so it doesn't matter that much that I don't have that much work to do because instead of doing work, I've basically just been watching Hololive.
Nice.
Watching
Weeb, fucking weeb.
But yeah, I mean, I'm getting
Yeah,
paid pretty well, so
Hey.
Do you still bill them like your full 2 days time?
yeah. What the hell, dude? They're paying me. They're paying me for they paying me for this work, so I'm gonna bill them as advertised. You know, even if it takes me like less time to complete it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, speaking of Hololive, have you seen that fucking iris is popping off?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of is this what the other ones do? Like whenever they first like I know Hololive is bigger now, but like is it expected that she's popping off to this level? Because you sent me the fucking screen cap that it was like 24K on her like super chat debut or whatever that is, and that seems like an obscene amount of money to me to make in one day, or in like fucking like 3 hours, however long it was.
Yeah, well, I mean it's. So okay, for the people here who don't know, Hololive Yen just debuted a new member, who's supposed to be kind of like focused on music kind of member, but instead of like a generation, which is like multiple people, that is just one member, and she's kind of breaking a lot of records, which isn't surprising because she's breaking a lot of records, which is cool, and I would say it's not surprising because like. Basically, she had like about 300K subs before her debut. But like to put that number in context, like the last debut for Hololive Yen, they started with about 100K subs, like before they like had a stream or anything. But like that just shows like how much Hololive has grown, and like I think part of it is also that because. Like this is like a big event because she's the only one who's debuting right now, so like she's getting all the attention as well. So like all of that stuff adds up, and so yeah, she's kind of popping off right now.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Oh,
And bro, just the VTuber model is cute. Like it was fucked up for the debut, the one that you and I watched. Like it was all
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pixelated, but it looks really good. It's
It
really
looks
cool
good.
looking.
It looks good.
Is it like a new spin on the anime girl somehow, or is it just like another flavor of anime girl?
It's like another flavor, but it's it's a little niche flavor, you know.
Wait, what is the flavor though?
Well, okay, I heard actually that like this comparison that instead of like it's obviously anime style art, but like instead of a more traditional anime look, it looks more like an MMORPG kind of style. Like I don't know if that makes any sense. Like if you can imagine that at all in your
So it
mind.
looks more like a video game character.
Yeah, it
Looks
looks
like a
more
really
like
just
video
like
game.
high def WoW character.
Yeah, or
All
Final
right, is that what you're
Fantasy.
trying to say?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Final.
Yeah, like
Fantasy.
I don't know the difference between them. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
She makes music
I
in
know what you're
English?
talking about.
yeah, it's like a mix of English and Japanese, but yeah.
I see.
The member is
Okay.
Iris,
Yeah.
spelled with a Y instead of an I. In case you
Yeah.
want to search it up. But yeah, I mean,
Ow.
I would say that just in general, Hololive has been completely popping off in the last like few months, like in terms of content and everything. Like I've been, well, before.
She's a half angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, half
Gotcha.
angel, half demon, right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this character model looks like she come out of like a mobile game or something, like out of Arknights or Fate Geo or something.
Actually,
Yeah.
I got Arknights vibes from her.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of okay. She's supposed to be like an
Yeah.
elf. All right.
Yeah.
She's just cute, bro. 2D
All right.
waifus, bro, popping off. It was good enough that it pulled Michael away from his anime addiction.
She got the
Dude,
fang.
like literally.
Expensive.
This podcast has basically just been a timeline of me growing into a fucking Hololive addict.
Pretty much. We can go back to listen to the first episode when you brought it up.
Yeah.
There was one episode when we talked about like the first like explosion of
Yeah.
VTubers.
Yeah, I was pretty accurate, I think, about a lot of the predictions I made.
I mean, I don't feel like it takes much to really see this coming. I mean, I'm more surprised it took this long. It was literally like, damn, anime simps, like they simp hard. They spend lots of money. Why don't we just do that and then roll in dough?
And I mean, there's been a lot of like advancements in like technology and stuff since then as well. So yeah, I mean, Hololive has just been completely popping off in the last few months. Now my personality is just Hololive fan.
We can plot the descent.
Was is your body pillow? Wait, what the fuck are they called? Dakimuras? Is it in the mail?
Dakimakura.
Is yours in the mail, bro?
Dude, I wish. I was honestly.
Really, get one?
I would honestly buy one if I.
What?
What?
I mean, you could, right?
As a meme or like to actually like use?
Not to use, but to like hang up on my wall.
But what do you mean to use?
Wow.
It's a pillow, right?
You know what they mean, Tiger.
It's like
I know. What
do you
do you mean to use?
to use?
Well, because it's like a pillowcase, so I would probably hang it up on my wall because like I don't actually want to have like a pillow like that lying around. It's probably takes up.
That would be so fucking.
What is it called?
Dakimakura, or you can just say
the body. It's the body,
bro. You just look at like body pillow.
Yeah. I see Dakimakura.
Yeah, so what are it's for the dudes that are like, or not the dude, the people who are down bad enough that like they just want a pillow of the 2D waifu that they can cuddle with.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
like you have to be like that is like one of the top tier like down bad.
Yeah, but I'd buy
to have one.
Buy one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If you buy it, if someone buys it to like use, I think less of them, like a little bit. Actually, not a little bit. Like a.
Wait. Say that again.
Okay.
Say that again. Sorry.
Okay, Scott.
Like someone who buys a
using
Dakimakura and like uses it, like not unironically or like as a decoration or something, but like actually uses it. I think a little less of that person. I'm not gonna lie.
I think a lot less of that person. I'm sorry.
I don't know anybody that has one, so
Yeah, I
Actually,
know
Sundra
Sundra.
does, right? No, Sundra does, right?
Okay, I
Wait, does
know
he?
multiple.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, yeah. Now that
Wait,
you
wait. Who has
he
one?
does.
Wait, y'all know someone who has
Sundra,
who?
Sundra.
No,
I think
he would be the kind of he would be the mother.
right.
He would be.
I think
He would.
he had
I'm
one.
stuttering, but he
Anyways.
would be the kind of guy.
Who?
Yeah. Anyways,
Sandra.
Oh, wait, but says okay.
Bro, it was
Sandra's
so
like-
funny.
I think he
What
has
the
one.
hell?
It doesn't matter. It
He's
doesn't
bro.
matter.
That man is an enigma. I just don't understand him. I don't understand that man. One time I had to go and check. So Senor Torres was doing study hall in Hurl,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to him, and he asked me if I could just like go around and knock on some doors or whatever, see if people are studying.
All right.
And I knock on Sandra's door, but it's like open. And then he's like, "Oh, who is it?" And it's like, "Yo, it's me. What's up?" And he's like, "Oh, come in." And then like I come in, and I don't know. Did y'all ever see his room in Hurl? He has like a little like alcove to himself of like a wall of desks that he like commandeered. I don't know how the fuck he got them.
What the fuck? No, I don't.
But like I just walk in,
like a little,
and there is
little
just a
mail
girl
from-
sitting in his lap that does not go to Kent.
What the hell?
Oh, that's awesome.
Wait, what?
And I'm like, "Whoa, I'm a what?"
Okay.
Wait, this
All right.
is a
And
real
he's like-
girl.
Yeah, IRL, yes.
I have a real girl.
Not a ducky bucket. He doesn't have the fucking he doesn't
The
have the
fucking
fucking
Daki Bakuda sitting on
body
his
pillow.
lap.
Oh god,
That would lose him some Chad points.
bro. And then so like guys, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, you're not gonna tell Torres, right? And I'm like, I'm just like obviously not, but it was just so I was just so taken aback. Like I had so many questions, but I didn't want the answers to them. I was
That's fucking
like,
hilarious.
apparently
Man.
she was like a girl who went to another boarding school that literally like got an Uber to Kent just to hook up with him,
That's pretty fun.
and that's dedication.
That's so Chad. Oh my god, I want to be half as manly as that.
Damn, how's the story being told now? I feel like we would have heard this at some time.
Yeah, how did you not tell that?
Oh, when the fuck do we ever talk about when do we ever talk about Soundtrack? I haven't like
I'm
thought
surprised
about
I
this
didn't-
man.
I talk about him all the time when we play Divinity because he fucking played the first chapter, the first what was it called, the island in Divinity, starting island in Divinity like 20 times, but he never beat the game.
Oh, okay, I do remember this. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised I never brought it up whenever back then. But yeah, that was oh my god, bro, that was so fucking. Weird.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, back
And
on
then you
track.
see- Yeah, sorry,
Back on
sorry.
track. You guys want to do
Don't forget
what we look for games or kitten first or kitten?
I want to
So
hear
tough
about more about the kitten, bro. I want to hear more about the kitten.
All right,
Okay, let's
okay,
do
I guess-
kitten first then.
I kitten. Okay, so yes, I have a kitten. Her name's Ash now. Ash, and she is 8 weeks old at this point, I think. And so I have always liked cats. I feel like I don't think that's a secret. I've always liked cats. I've always wanted one. And a friend of mine, she was like, "Oh, a friend that I know's like her. She has a barn, and a cat just gave birth in her barn, and so she was like wants to give away all the kittens." And I'm like, "Free cat, nice." Yeah. So I told my parents, I was like, "Yeah, can I get this cat then?" And they were like, "You can make your own decisions." And I'm like, "All right, bet." And then like, but the catch is like, you have to use your own money to pay for all of it. And I'm like everything related to the cat, basically. I had to really think about it. And then this friend sent me a picture of the cat, and I was like, "Oh, it's cute. All right, fuck it, why not? I've always wanted this anyway, so I shouldn't hesitate." And so I got her, and it's been like a week since I gotten Ash, and I don't know, she's adorable. Like I post a bunch of pictures of her and stuff. It's been like I have to do like a bunch of little stuff to like kind of get ready for like life with her and stuff, like to get food for her, to clean up after her, which is a little annoying. I mean, she's a kitten right now, so it's like sort of forgivable. She makes a mess both inside and outside the litter box, and she scratches me, which is kind of annoying. And every time I try to clip her nails, she like screams bloody murder. So I'm like, can I get like a professional to do this or something? Like, because but also it's probably not helping that I don't have a scratch post. I need to get that for
Yeah, bro,
okay, when I first
cat
got her, I was kind of
number
like,
one, bro.
I first got her, I was like, oh, it's a kitten. She probably doesn't need it. She's like still growing up kind of thing, but she totally needs one. So I'm like, yeah, like a scratch thing for her now. But the
So
friend who
what
got me
has
the
she
cat,
been scratching? If it's
she's
not
been
a
scratching.
just
She takes interest in like weird. I mean, like first she scratches me, and then she scratches like my shoes. She really likes my shoes. She likes my socks. Like
Bro, smelly things, bro. Pets are
yeah,
attracted to them.
she likes my socks.
okay,
Like my
rather.
blankets in bed, and I mean like they're my like worn socks too, right? So they're like they're gross, and she like likes them. And then one time I like did something in the morning. I came out and I took off my socks, right? And I had to do something in the afternoon, so I like put the same socks on because he's like, unless it's like really rank, I just if it's still clean enough, I use them again for like the same day, right? And she was like sleeping on them, and I had to like pull them under from out from under her to like put them on and do whatever. And she like still followed them around. So I think she like I don't know likes socks. She likes like little cloth things. But what's annoying is that I have stuff for her specifically to play with that I don't mind her like ripping up. Like I have some hoodies. Like you know when you like go to like company fairs and they like give you merch and stuff that you don't really care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like some hoodies from that, and I was like, all right, rip these not hoodies, beanies. Little like these little beanies, and I was like, all right, you can rip these up. And she'll like try them a little bit, but like lose interest. And I'm
Well,
like,
you gotta like you just gotta go like work out and then like have that on. You gotta get stinky.
no,
That's just
I gotta sync them
pets
up.
like stinky, bro. Like Miko, like growing up, I could not leave. Like I would have to put all of my socks immediately into the fucking like laundry bin, otherwise he would just chew them. He's obsessed. He's still obsessed with feet. It's kind of weird.
I did think that was like a dog thing. I didn't
Warning.
realize like cats did that too. Like, I don't know, because like I don't know. In a few ways, she actually seems to have the personality of a dog. Like she's very affectionate. Like multiple times, she will like just walk up to me and like basically want to be held. But it's cute, and I'll allow it because it's cute.
How is she with other people?
She is getting used to them. Actually, I remember the first day she was super scared. It's like the lady transferred over to my friend who then gave her to me. And we put her in this little like cat holding bag thing, and she was like tucked away in the shed. She wouldn't come out. So I brought her to my room, right? And I like opened it up and I put her out. And then I had this like little house thing. It's like a little felt house that was meant for a guinea pig. So it's like guinea pig size. But because she's a kitten, she can fit inside. Right? So she like went in there and then just like looked at me and then like didn't come out. She wouldn't eat anything or drink anything, even though like when I put food in front of her, she was like licking her lips and like looking at it. So like I knew she was hungry and she wanted to eat it, but she didn't eat it. It's like the first day she just didn't come out at all. And then the next day she like spent the day just kind of like wandering around my room and like I'm pretty sure this is like an animal thing where she's just something like familiarize herself with my territory like and stuff. Um and then she came out and started eating and stuff. And then for those first 2 days she didn't poop either. She didn't like go to the bathroom or anything, which kind of worried me, but then she went and I think she's fine now.
It's good.
Yeah, people have just been like, "Oh my god, she's adorable," blah blah, blah. And like, yeah, the girl who helped me get her and her sister came by, come by very often to play with her. And then this guy who lives in the same house as me, he's like a floor above. He comes by like every day now to play with her. To the point where it gets like a little irritating, but I get it. Like he takes
It's a
like
cute cat.
bunch.
If I lived in the
Yeah,
same building as you, I would be over daily to play with
dude,
Ash.
he was here for like 6 hours yesterday and like 4 hours today.
The fuck? Okay, maybe not
Yeah,
that
so
long.
Okay.
yeah, yeah, like it's not like
That's
oh
weird.
yeah, cute, cute, and he goes back. He comes and he stays right, and he's like on his phone with her in his lap. And he's like bootlegging, and he like takes pictures. I don't know. I'm glad he's enjoying it, but because I'm gonna be roommates with this guy in our apartment next year, so I'm a little
Okay.
worried that he's just gonna like come over like very often to my room to like hang out. In which case, like I might as well just like let the cat kind of roam free in the entire apartment.
I was about to say, I feel like that's definitely the move. But also, okay,
So-
one thing that I learned with Miko, I don't know if it's the same with cats, but like you should expose them to one room at a time. Because I know cats are easier to potty train, but like Miko was just kind of like freaked out by the opportunity of like the big ass house. Because I fucked up. We were in my room and then I gave him access to the whole house, and I shouldn't have done that. and he was not potty trained as fast as he should be. I'll say that.
Damn.
It was quite annoying. It was fucking horrible, bro. I felt so bad because like he's set up in one room and he's like perfectly fine in my room. Like he's never had an accident in my room before, but just like I think that's more along the lines of like don't shit where you sleep kind of mentality. I don't know. I don't know if pets have that, but like he would basically have an accident anywhere that wasn't my room.
Damn.
And that took like a few months to get out of him, and that was a lot. That was bad, bro. That was bad. Has she like because you were talking about before the podcast that she had an accident because like you like moved the litter box around? Has she had any others, or has she been like pretty good about the litter box?
She's actually her rate's probably like 50-50 at this point. Like, actually maybe like 70-30. Of like 70% in the litter box, 30% outside it. Which, for 8 weeks, I'm like okay. But she likes hiding in like little spaces in my room, like either under my bed or like under my table or like under my dresser kind of thing, places that I can't reach very easily. So I'm just a little nervous that there's poop somewhere in my room that I don't know
Would you
about.
not be able to smell
Well,
it?
hey, I was about to say, hey, eventually at least you'll smell it.
Yeah, I do, and then my room sort of perpetually smells a little bit like shit now all the time, which kind of annoys me. So I leave my window open now. It has a screen. Don't worry, it's not gonna fall out.
Hey, bro, candles. Candles are a big move. Or get like
Candles?
there's like a bunch of stuff. You go to like PetSmart or something. You can buy A, spray specifically for the litter box, I know, and B, just like stuff you spray in the air to make it smell less like pet. I've used that a few times.
I mean,
Like you just like
I
spray it all over your house, all over your house.
I think cats are cuter than dogs. That's one reason. The other
Fuck
reason
you.
was the other reason was that I was under the impression that cats are less maintenance than dogs, which I'm pretty
They
sure
are.
is still true.
100%.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just because she's a kitten right now and she kind of needs more attention. But I'm hopefully as she kind of grows up, she becomes a bit more independent because she's kind of needy right now. And yeah, I mean, like
She's
there's
8 weeks
ups and
old.
downs. Yeah, yeah. So I also need to build her like an automated feeder thing, because she will come bother me if she's like hungry and then like doesn't get food. It's kind of cute.
Do you
And
have
sometimes I, like,
regular times that you feed her at? Or are you
no,
just
I
kind of like
kind of
when she's hungry?
yeah. She'll come and then like I'll be able to tell that she's hungry because she'll come to me and start pawing at me and start mewing like a lot, and then like she'll kind of like move her mouth and just kind of like make this like chewing face almost. It's pretty obvious
That's
when she wants to
adorable.
eat.
That's
And
kind of
then
adorable.
usually I'll look over at her food bowl and it's completely empty. So I'm like, oh, okay, so she ate everything already. And then I'll like add more. Or she'll like sit and just like look at me and start mewing like for a long time. Yeah, oh, I think she wants to eat again. Actually, she's doing it right now.
She heard you, bro. She knows.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I don't think I'll ever get a cat because I don't want to deal with the litter box, which is what. Yeah, I don't mind picking up poop if I'm walking a dog, though.
Really?
It's
I feel like
probably
so many
like
people would be the exact opposite. Because it's
I
really
used to walk my aunt's dog quite a lot, and then that was pretty fun. I mean, it's not that fun, but like it was fine. It
yeah.
wasn't it was just part of the walk. It wasn't like an extra thing that you had to do. So, anyways,
I don't know. I've had to do both because like sometimes my roommate will ask me to like take care of the cats for like a week. Like it happened earlier this year.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, because like I don't know.
How
I know they
bad
know.
does the litter box smell, though?
Not
Like,
like especially if you get like the
Not
certain
at
like
all?
litter. Like for me, there definitely is a smell, but it's not like. So we have it in our pantry. Like we have one in our pantry and one in the living room. Like if you're sitting in the living room or you pass by the pantry, you don't smell it unless you're like within like 2 feet of it.
right.
I was
It
gonna
also
say,
depends. Like it depends on how often you clean it. Because if you clean it once every 2 weeks, then it's gonna smell like absolute shit. If you clean it daily or every other day, like
Yeah. I'd much rather just like pick up poop than have it like in the house and then you have to clean it.
well,
Yeah.
okay. So what she does is she will poop and then she will cover it with litter and like
Right,
litter
right,
box. So
But
it's
you have
not.
to clean the litter box, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like use your hands.
Yeah.
Or there's like a scooper and stuff.
Yeah.
what I was
Like
also
scooper,
going
and
to
you like sift the poop and like pee clumps out. Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen people do it. It's just like, you know.
Well, no, what I was going to say, I think it depends on how big your living space is. If it's just like a room like me for now, like that'd probably be a little hard. But if you have like an apartment or a house where it's like there's more diffusion for the smells to go and it's like less bad, I feel like it wouldn't bother you as much.
Also, I feel like once you get set up in your apartment, you put our living litter box like I don't know, like in the bathroom or some shit, like somewhere that's not where you're sleeping. That just sounds
Yeah.
annoying.
So the first few days when she didn't go to the bathroom, I thought it was like a privacy thing, like because it was kind of out in the open. So I like moved it under my bed to for her to go, and then she like used it a little bit, and then I was like, damn, I don't want to sleep with like small shit just wafting up from under my bed. So I moved it to like this other corner of my room.
You have like a
But,
closet
yeah.
you could put it in or something.
I do, but the closet's kind of full. Like the stuff on the ground, like there's no ground
Okay.
space either because my martial arts bags stuff are in there.
Yeah, boy, the kendo boy.
And she likes to hide in that bag too. She likes to like rip at the stuff in there. So I'm like, I close the closet and I let her go in.
Okay.
But she finds ways into like weird places. Like there was one time I was looking for her for like a solid 15 minutes. I couldn't find her anywhere in my room, and then I realized she was like hiding in one of my drawers for like my clothes. Like she was just like chilling on top of my pants, like asleep. And I'm like, you little adorable little thing. I was looking for you.
So cute.
But yeah, it's so the other part of this is actually it's like my new apartment doesn't allow pets unless they're ESA. So I actually finished that today. So basically, yeah, my cat is registered as an emotional support animal now.
Hey, big
So that's
grats.
kind of nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so how that kind of don't scratch me, please. How that kind of works is you have to pay like a fee, and then they like put up like a registration thing, and then they have like a mental health person talk to you. And they're like, all right, you're good, kind of thing. And you get like
What did you tell
housing
the mental
privileges.
health?
Huh?
What did you tell the mental health the personnel?
She asked me like a few kind of relatively brief questions. She was like, you ever been like hospitalized for any conditions? I was like, no. It's like, do you have swings in your mood? Yeah. I'm like, yes. Do you have like are you suffering from anything? I'm like, well, I have difficulty sleeping and stuff. So I feel like it's just general stuff that I kind of live with.
Okay.
And then I told her about like a change in my living situation, like someone passed away in my family, and so I told her about that, and I think that was the thing that was like, oh, okay, that's good enough.
Wait, so you had to
yeah,
convince her?
I mean, according to the site, it's like 95% of the requests for ESA are approved. It's rather rare that
pretty much.
it's rather rare that they don't approve it. But yeah,
Yeah,
so you get,
I feel like the
housing
only time they're
privileges.
denying that stuff is when it's like, oh yeah, I'm just getting my dog ESA because I'm moving into a part like you, but they're honest about it. I feel like that's like the only time they're ever gonna reject someone.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't lie on anything. I tell her the truth. Right? Like I do have difficulty sleeping, difficulty focusing, and motivation, and all that. So none of what I said is a lie. Yeah, but you get housing and like airline privileges. So like, I was looking at some apartments with my friends, and then I was asking, like, do you, for like the places we're looking at, like the agent was like, hey, do you like charge for pets? And then one place was like, yeah, we just charge you $250. And I'm like, why? I was like, oh, it's just a pet fee. And I'm like, what? Like it just out of nowhere. Like they already have like insurance in my deposit and stuff for like if I damage the apartment in any way or like I make a mess or anything. So this feels like very extra. But under ESA stuff, they're not allowed to charge me that anymore. So that's kind of nice.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Loophole.
Also, I didn't know that because like basically every apartment that I've looked at, when I told them I had a dog, yeah, they're like, yeah, there's just an extra $150 or $200 pet deposit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
so-
it makes sense because like they're not gonna charge you like massive amounts of like insurance stuff if it's just like a pet thing. Because it's probably just they're like expecting it.
Yeah, so literally the money saved on pet fees alone would recuperate me from the cost of registering. I also get like airline stuff. I think like I think they have to like make accommodations, or I think it varies depending on the airline. But certain airlines will like make accommodations for people with ESA and stuff, so it should make travel with her a little easier.
That's sick.
Yeah, so
That's
this is
nice.
really nice. Yeah, I didn't realize the full suite of benefits and all that. I am a little concerned if I have to like update her picture. So like I took a picture of her for like the little I get like a little card. It's, imagine like a driver's license, but it's for your cat and it says that they're registered.
That's adorable.
But yeah, because Ash is a kitten right now, so she's always gonna grow up. I wonder if I'm gonna have to like update that or when she grows up. Yeah. But because also I need to be financially responsible for her, it's actually like getting me to think more about my finances in general. Like I usually don't have to think about my finances too much because I'm a spoiled rich boy and parents take care of those things for me and I don't have to do any of that.
Yeah, daddy's
But
dying, bro.
yeah, but now I'm like, all right, well, I have to actually like manage my money and have like a proper debit card and stuff and only use my money for her because that's the
You should get a
agreement with my
credit
parents.
card, dude. Just
Yeah,
get a
I signed
credit
up for a
card.
credit card in the mail.
I mean, if you're using a debit card, you might as well use a credit card.
God,
Oh,
y'all
yeah?
are just taking talking points straight from Thomas.
This is not from
All right.
Thomas. This
This
is
is
not
just a
from
general
Thomas.
idea.
It's a general thing.
Oh
Yeah.
no, but y'all are right. Yeah, like
You
credit
pretty much
cards,
just build up your
it's
credit
literally free money
ideas.
if you can consistently pay off the credit card bill.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but if you're
Sort
using
of.
it as a debit card, then it's
One
the
is-
same.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, no. The point is you're building up a credit, so it's easier to do other things in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah.
A credit score is
Anyways.
important.
That's
Y'all know
super-
y'all's credit
Alright.
scores. Like now that we have to reveal them on this public broadcast, but
I actually
y'all
don't
know y'all's credit scores.
No.
I'm pretty sure mine's
But
like
I've never had
flawless because I have people taking care of that for me. But I need to get my shit together on that front.
Yeah.
Don't bite me, please.
I've been mine's cooking right now because I've had a credit card for like 2 or 3 years now.
Does cooking mean it's very good?
Consistent
Or...
payment. Yeah, good.
Good. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like how. Yeah. Yeah.
I love how we just use random words to describe shit, and then sometimes I just don't even know. It's like
No, I'm right with
think
you, dude.
the term comes from cooking like drugs, like meth.
Is that good?
Really?
I kind of
I guess,
yeah.
just pulled that out, Tiger. To be honest, I kind of pulled it out of my ass.
Yeah, because they use that word. No, they use that word in music quite a bit. Like you cook up a beat, or like you cook up this thing.
Okay. I mean,
Well,
I've
that's
heard
also
it.
just in reference to when
Right.
you're cooking, you're making something. If you're cooking up a beat, you're making a beat.
Right.
But
Well, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure it
cooking could
comes
also
from
be a
cooking up.
drug reference.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure
I
it's
have
come from
heard cooking in terms
cooking
of
drugs.
like
Yeah.
basketball when you get hot, you like the guy's cooking, but like
You
at the
get-
same time, I don't think Trey is a basketball guy, so I don't, like that's not where it would.
No.
So
No,
I'm not
Michael,
sure,
I am a
but-
drug. I am a drug guy.
Okay, yeah.
All my references stem from the marijuana.
All right.
Sorry, no illicit stuff on our podcast.
I mean, yeah.
Or y'all's
Family
podcast. Sorry,
friendly
I don't want to insert
content.
myself like that. It's family
No.
friendly content. Yes.
Our fake
Family
sponsors
friendly
are gonna get
content. We don't do that here.
Yeah.
mad.
Come on.
Really got shit posting with the lads. Come on.
Into a bunch of
It's already in our title.
Shit posting with the Christian lads, the good Christian boys.
Our title's already not family friendly.
All right. Next topic. What do we look for in games? Actually, you know what? Let's start with Trey here, since you're the guest. We had this topic already at some point. So,
I
what
think
do you
so.
think?
All right, so I got like two main things, and I'm gonna relate this back to Dark Souls because the podcast listeners might not know, but I've been playing a bit of it. Michael's been watching me. It's been good progress, but like I think one of the easiest things that makes a game so fucking good, just like from like a decent game to an amazing game, is movement, bro. Like there's a bunch of like the sideways platformers, games like Hollow Knight. You got games like fucking like the Metroidvania types games that have like the really small but refined movement. Like I don't know how many like movement based games y'all play, but there's games like fucking Hollow Knight. There's fucking Ori the Blind Forest. There's fucking Celeste. Where like
Wait, have you played Mario games?
What's up?
Have you played like Mario Maker?
See, I haven't played Mario Maker, but I was about to talk about why Mario 64 is like literally one of the greatest games. It's goated
Yeah. Mario
because of how
64
much
is
shit
good.
you can just Mario 64, Mario Galaxy a little less, but then back up with fucking Mario Odyssey.
Dude,
Like,
wait, you should definitely buy Mario Maker then. Mario Maker
Was it really like? It is the movement and it just clean. Like I've seen gameplay of it, but I haven't. I just don't know that much about it.
You can do a lot of different. Like the thing about Mario games is like there's a huge variety of like it's easy to play, but it's really hard to master. So and like
I also really like games like that, and I feel like movement can tie in a lot to the stuff like that.
Yeah, so there you can watch people who are like okay at Mario and be like, okay, that's like kind of cool. But then if you like watch like the best players play like Mario Maker, there's like so much stuff that you can do that like shell jumps and like there's like a bunch of different tricks, and like you can, if you watch like the high level content creators play the game, it's just like a completely different game that you're playing compared to the stuff that
it's like where you see the fucking like the speedrunners for fucking like Mario 64 doing like triple jump 360 fucking somersault and then skip like half the level.
Yeah, it's like that.
And it's like I love like when movement is good in a game. I love it. That's why I've been having so many problems with Dark Souls, like the original one right now, because the movement is not nearly as refined as it is in the other games, and it's just so much slower. So I really like the game for the other reason I'll talk about in a sec, but the movement in it is definitely not. It's not a seller for me. Yeah. But talking about Dark Souls, talking about that, like I really like not just challenging games, but like where you never feel like the game is cheating you. You just feel like you're dog shit at the game. Like Dark Souls. This is one of the reasons why I'm still playing Dark Souls, even though it's a fucking like it's a decade old game at this point. Is that like, especially with Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, and Bloodborne, which are like 3 of my favorite games. It's always just you versus the boss, and it's never like, oh, my game glitched out, so I lost, or like, oh, that's bullshit, I can't do anything there. There's always like a way to approach a situation that makes you like better at the game. And one of the reasons I like Sekiro so much is because you have one way to attack. You have a single weapon. Like the other Dark Souls are big on like customization and whatever. But this one is like, all right, you have this move, you have this like deflect system. Now just get good at it. And the entire game just makes you slowly but surely better at that. And like it's just refined to a T. I don't know. It's fucking beautiful. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I'll take my roommates here.
Dude, I was gonna say, what are you guys talking about? How are you guys gonna talk about movement and not talk about Titanfall 2, God of Movement?
Has he played it?
No, he's never played it.
I know Michael's not much of a shooter guy, so.
No, I mean Trey. Okay, yeah, I haven't played it. So.
Trey hasn't played it, but yeah, I mean, I would say like. Well, okay. One of the main reasons. Well, okay, I'll wait a little bit until Trey's back, but I don't know. I also agree with him on the challenging part. I really like games that are like very difficult because like I feel like it's well, okay. That's kind of part of the reason why I like multiplayer games as well, because when you play a multiplayer game, unless you somehow are like the best randomly, like most of the time you're going to be like it's customizable skill level essentially. So like you play against people who are supposed to be like as good as you all the time, so you're constantly challenged in theory, which matchmaking systems not always like that, but that kind of stuff means that like it feels like everything that you do is like more rewarding if it's challenging to me. Like if I'm just given something, it doesn't really feel good at all to me. So like, I'd rather win a game or I'd rather lose in a close game than like win very easily. Is like,
oh, hey, I'm back, by the way. Sorry, my roommate came in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Skylar was asking you about Titanfall. But I don't think you played, right?
I haven't actually played. Honestly, I would probably love the game because I know both you and Aiden just fight. It's just sucking its wiener in terms of the movement. Like y'all just will not get off of it. And like, see, okay, that's why in Overwatch, Lucio is the most fun character because he has the best movement. And I don't know about it. It's just like a movement. Movement can make or break a video game for me.
Yeah, I mean it's a big part of
Yeah,
games.
I don't know if I would identify one specific thing like that. I mean, so I guess are you much of a shooter guy anyway, though, Trey?
It depends. Like I don't know. I like really not before, but like now that I've started playing like mainly Overwatch with y'all, and now we're getting into Apex. I've started to get way more into it because like it's a thing that I can get better at. And it's kind of cool because you can like it's a very easy metric to kind of like compare yourself against versus like the other people in your team, your friends, or like fucking the enemies or whatever. And like it's something that I can tell that I'm getting better at. Like slowly but surely, I'm getting better, and I fuck with
So I
that.
was going to say, if you like movement and you're getting into shooters, definitely try Titanfall 2. And the other one to try is Warframe. Warframe is primarily PvE as well, so it's less punishing. Um, and you were designed to kind of like feel like a god when you're playing Warframe.
It's a looter shooter.
Yeah, it's a looter shooter. I'm
So it's like, is it like Destiny at all? I played the fuck out of Destiny 2.
Destiny
Yeah,
2 is
it's a-
supposed to be the worst version of Warframe.
Wait, really?
So
Okay.
yeah,
Bro, honestly,
yeah.
Thomas and I played so fucking much of Destiny 2. And bro, that game pretty minimal but still pretty cool movement because like, you know, certain characters have double jump, some just have like a little blink, some have like a little TP. It's cool, it's cool. And the little like pod racers, whatever they're called, those are fun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Warframe, you can double jump, but you can also do what's called a bullet jump, where you like dash forward and swirl in midair, and then you can like aim. You can ADS while in the air to slow yourself down in the air and just shoot. And then you also have like there's a character with like a dash ability, so you can like do that and fly. And there's like a character that straight up fucking flies. I think you would like Warframe actually if you like Destiny 2. Then the one thing though is that Warframe is third person.
See, that is the one thing that like one of the reasons I think I'm so bad at Overwatch shooting compared to Apex shooting is because I need to be aiming down a scope to be good at something. Like fucking Skylar, you haven't seen so much. You haven't seen as much as this. So like Thomas and Choi have, but like in Apex, I'm not like actively bad at the game. In Overwatch, I cannot aim worth a shot. I am like bottom 1%
Overwatch was first person
of Overwatch aiming. It is, but like it harkens back to like I need to be actively like I need the gun to be taking up 3/4 of my screen to be able to aim. Like if it's so how it is like it's like CS:GO how like you're holding the weapon, and then that's how you aim. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just like a mental block, it does not work for me.
So you can ADS like aim down sights in Warframe. Well, I mean it depends on the gun, but yeah, you can. There are guns where you just like it zooms in and like it shows the reticle and everything.
Yeah.
But it is from like a third person perspective, which works too because there's like a very heavy emphasis on melee combat in Warframe as well.
Isn't it? It's free, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So you should totally try it actually.
See, I remember there was one point where like because I see trailers for it all the time, and like maybe not so much anymore, but there was like a time like a fucking few years ago. See, every single YouTube trailer I had was about Warframe, but it just looked at like one of those games that was too good to be free and actually be good. So I was really skeptical and I never downloaded it. Like it looks like those like click play ads that are like, try our new fucking 7D action game where you can move in fourth dimension. And then like you play and it's like just a really, really shit like Pokemon knockoff or something. Like I've had too many bad experiences with dog shit games like those for me to trust Warframe just out the gate.
Well, one thing about Warframe, it's actually it's the only thing, but it's also kind of a big thing, is it's very grindy because it's free to play. They really want you to buy that premium currency, and after a while, like it gets really grindy. There was I was like summer my freshman or sophomore year. I got really into Warframe, and I was like, I would dump so much time to it, and then I kind of just stopped because I was like, this was. I didn't even actively tell myself to stop. It was just like I got really bored of it because the combat was just kind of like it got really grindy. No matter how good it was just like super grindy. So
yeah,
it just, and
I don't mind the grinded games.
The story was also like just at a halt. Like the story of Warframe is actually super super interesting, but like it just moves at such a snail's pace. And like they tease this quest called like the New War, which is supposed to be like the next step in basically the universe's story. And that was like 3 years ago. I think it was like TennoCon 2018 or something. Yeah, like 3 years ago. And they still haven't made that question. They've done like a bunch of other bullshit on the side. And I'm like, that's cool and all, but I want like main story missions.
That's what it's been. That's what it's been in Genshin for the last like they've been doing consistent updates, but it hasn't been like consistent story updates. It's just like little like side tangent and side events. But the new story is coming out soon, and that's when
it's so fucking cool. Actually, like they could make a Warframe movie with how fucking cool they can make a Warframe trilogy. Actually, honestly, but like I'm also the type of guy that like doesn't really replay story missions and stuff because it's kind of I don't know, feels a little weird. So actually, side note, I got like Doom Eternal, and I really liked it, except the campaign was way too short. It was like half the length I wanted it to be.
How long was
I heard the DLC is like insane.
Let me check how much time I have at Doom Eternal. 15.9 hours, and
That's very short.
The fuck? I was gonna, yeah. I'm gonna. I replayed a little bit, so it was probably more like 12 hours to be honest, because I replayed some of the levels just because I liked the gameplay so much. But yeah, like that campaign was really short, and I wanted it to be way longer.
Interesting. Have y'all, Tiger and Michael, have y'all talked about what y'all like in games?
Yeah, I talked about
Thought about a little bit about it in the past. I think, yeah. I think I look where these days what I look for in games is more like casual games that I could play like on and off, and ideally that it has like multiplayer mode or that it's online. But that's basically what I look for in games now.
Right.
Mostly games that aren't games that are like more competitive. I can't really enjoy it if I'm not like trying to rank and stuff. And then so these days I've been just looking for games that are more casual. So
okay. You've been playing the game that you and Thomas play a lot, right? The Star Wars like mobile.
No,
game?
I haven't played that. I haven't played that in a while.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh no, never mind.
I think Thomas stopped.
Wait, so what are you playing? Like, you know what? Like, do you have like a casual game that you're playing, or are you just kind of in between right now?
I'm playing Minecraft a little bit with you guys. Play some Football Manager. So yeah, those are both pretty. Well, I mean, Football Manager, I play it pretty casually. So yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you could play it pretty intensely if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for that kind of
game.
game.
Give me a top three games.
Top 3 games. Fuck.
You can go by franchise if it's too hard to pick.
Wait, top 3 games right now, or like that you like of all time?
That you just like,
or like
of all time.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of them actually has nothing to do with either of the categories that I just talked about, but it's Oblivion, because that was like a big nostalgia game for me. Like I spent thousands of hours on that game. So Oblivion's up there just because the story was actually pretty fucking funny. Like even little like stupid me whenever I was playing it could still laugh at the jokes and whatever. And then like the quest design wasn't just the Skyrim go into a cave, kill X enemy, get X loot or whatever. Whatchamacallit? What are some other ones? Bloodborne is definitely up there just because the visuals, the gameplay, everything just was good. Because it's like definitely one of the most fast paced of the Soulsborne games.
Uh-huh.
So that's probably up there, and I've sunk so much time into that. Either that or like Sekiro, because Sekiro I have like 200 hours or like 100 and something hours in that game.
Damn.
And
rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers.
Bro, okay.
Rookie numbers.
That was also because like I don't know, it's no Civ. Like I'm pretty sure I have more hours than Civ, but no offense, Civ isn't one of my favorite games. But like it was because I had to fight. Bro, I had to fight to fucking beat Sekiro because I bought it like day it came out, played the fuck out of it for like a few weeks, and then I got to the final boss, and the final boss is just so goddamn hard that I tried for weeks. Like I like doubled my play hours just trying to beat this last boss, couldn't, said fuck it, deleted the game, didn't touch it for like a year and a half, and then I was like, you know what? I am a gamer, okay, and as a gamer, I will beat this game. And then I fucking downloaded it. I re-downloaded it, played through like the little tutorial bit, and then there's actually a point where you can turn on hard mode. because they have what's called like the demon bell, and it just means that like enemies have higher health, like slightly faster like attacks, and all that stuff. And I was like, fuck, not only am I gonna beat it, I'm gonna beat it with the demon bell on. And then I spent like another month, and I finally fucking beat the game, bro. And like one of the reasons that I like the Dark Souls series so much, and like Sekiro specifically, is since it's like the one mechanic, like you have attack and you have deflect, and you have some other like kind of accessory stuff, but that's the core gameplay. And the game rewards you for like being aggressive at the right times, but like not just necessarily just like spamming attack, but like also being like pretty like bold with your parries or like with your deflects. And it's just everything in that game was just like perfected to a fucking T. And it is big payoff. So those are like top two. I'm trying to think of what could be the third. Like, I don't know, actually. Maybe I'll just like randomly think of it later. Honestly, I don't want to say Overwatch because there's a lot of things I don't like about it, but it's one of the games that I put the most hours into, and I've been able to play with like my friends the most.
Hey, if you
Right.
like it,
So it's up there.
if you like it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Overwatch is definitely a love-hate thing for me. It's like if you just go by the amount of hours I put into, I've probably put over 900 hours into Genji alone, and I really like. Like Overwatch can be really fun when you're like with friends and you guys are coordinating and the enemy's not running like really cancer comps but like the Overwatch highs are really high and the lows are really low. Like I tilt so much in that game. It is kind of unreal. Like yeah, but at the same time, like nothing hits the spot more than like fucking I don't know, 4-kill Nanoblade or something. Like it feels so good when you just like outplay the other guys. Like because it's like Genji's a trash character, dude. Like Genji's so fucking useless, and it's like I'm literally running into a war zone with a sword, just killing people. And anyway,
Anyway,
I have my third game.
Okay.
I have my third. So my third game is gonna have to be Smash. Like, am I allowed to do like the series? Just kind of like whatever is the most recent at the time. Because right now, it's obviously Ultimate, but like
we need to play some more Smash.
That's another exactly. See, like it's one of those games that I can just spend hours and hours and hours playing of basically doing the same thing, just like 1v1ing someone or going online, and I just won't get bored.
Yeah.
And like, it's the matches because everyone just kind of does like 3-stock. They're always like the perfect amount of time for like if you're doing really shit that round, you can kind of just deal with it and then kind of like come back next round or whatever. And it's one of the games with like, easy to play, difficult to master, like fucking Michael you were talking about earlier. Because I thought I was good because I played my other roommates who didn't know how to play Smash and I could beat them because I could spam side B. Then I play Michael and he just insta claps me for like 2 hours straight, and slowly but surely I'm reaching his height. My cloud. Hey. Who the fuck? Yeah, I was beating. What character? It was your Byleth or something that I can like semi-consistently beat now.
Yeah, you were my Byleth. Yeah, you were beating my Byleth.
Yeah,
I wasn't even playing you with Crom though. I was beating your.
I'm terrified of your Crom. Like your Crom just disrespects me. Like it makes me feel bad. But like in a good way,
Yeah. I mean, Smash. It's like. There's so many like fighting games in general. I would say like it's just there's so many levels to it because like I can be beating you, but then like I'll go to a UCSD tournament and I'll just get absolutely clapped, and then like, the people there aren't even good enough to like play in an actual tournament. Really, like some of them they'll probably lose in like round 1, round 2 for like an actual tournament. And then above that it's like the pro players. And it's like there's like the pro players are so far ahead of. Well, I mean. Unless you're talking about in common sense, but in terms of the game, they're so far ahead of like the normal player that you can't even like see their feed.
Yeah, bro. There is just like, and it's kind of, and that's also another thing that I just love about Smash is like, the matches are always entertaining to watch. Because like I feel like Smash is a really hard game to just have cheese on. Like you can't just like sit in a corner and just like spam. Like you can zone. But like for the matches that I've seen, at least
at the highest level,
it's really hard to just Yeah. And like, you never feel like the games are cheap, at least from the esports, like on the esports side of it.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
of course, you have that one friend that just like bows their side Bs or down Bs the entire fucking time and makes you want to maul. But like, that's just with your friends, and like, you can get better and just learn to avoid it.
Wow.
But like, my biggest problem was like fucking like Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Fighters is like Dragon Ball Fighters ended up just being fucking like can you block simulator, and then Mortal Kombat is just like, all right, you get hit once, you do either like 10 damage or they kill you. Like, there's no in between.
Yeah,
So I played a lot of
there was a one point at the end of Smash 4 where it was like all cheese because Bayonetta was broken as fuck.
Yeah, I was about to say because she had like a true combo at like any percent, right?
Yeah, she had a thing where you would just die at 0. So if she hits you once, that's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So Smash 4 is not my favorite game.
Smash 4 was good until Bayonetta got released, and then it was pretty bad.
Oh really? Oh wait, she was DLC.
Yeah, she was DLC. Bayonetta and
I didn't
Cloud
know.
were the two like problem children of Smash 4. They were like extremely broken. But like Smash Ultimate is actually really good because even the top tier characters right now aren't really like oppressive.
Yeah.
So like not almost every, like a lot of the characters are like viable. There's still like low tiers and stuff, but like the tiers are like pretty squashed in Ultimate compared to a lot of the other Smash games where like you can play like a lot more characters and actually have like not be trolling basically.
Yeah. Like that was one of the things, like I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but like one of the things, so I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat with Randy and Tyler Holder of all people. Oh, sorry, his name has been changed for the sake of
Bruh.
It's just whatever you do, podcast listeners, do not Google.
I mean, it doesn't
that
really
name.
matter because it's just a name, right?
Sure. But like, so we would always just play randoms. Like we would never just have like, we would hardly ever just be like, all right, I'm gonna play Kenshi and you play Scorpion, whatever. We would just do randoms, and like so many times you would just lose based off the character you got, and like that still happens. Like if you just play randoms in Smash, but like way less so. Like I feel like I have way more of a chance. A, just because of how big the roster is, and B, because what you're talking about before, like there's like it's squashed. The fucking like the tiers are squashed like that. And yeah, bro, I just have so much fucking history of Smash because I've been playing that like since I was, I don't know, when did Brawl come out? Because I got Brawl like when it came out because my mom bought it for me.
It was 2007
on the Wii.
I want to say.
Yeah, I've like been semi-consistently playing Smash since 2007, and I'm still really bad, but like it's never gotten old for me.
Smash is such a good game.
It's just so fucking good, bro.
Right.
True
Anything
Bowser.
You guys want to add to that? Do you guys want to? Skyler?
Fighting games, huh? I mean,
not really. I mean, I'm looking to play more games with you guys. Hint, don't starve.
Don't
my
starve.
God.
I don't know anything about Don't Starve, but I'm down. Like that's also
it's really
one
really
last
fun
video game
survival
thing.
And it requires teamwork, I think.
Is it just like Minecraft but harder? Like I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Not a lot of building though. Yeah, there's not a lot of building.
It's Minecraft in the sense that it's a randomly generated world which focuses on like you collecting resources, and there's like a sense of progression and stuff like in terms of like tools and whatnot. But
I think a big difference. So you know how in Minecraft you can like be ready and then go kill the dragon. Imagine if the dragon on a certain day just came to you, and then if you had to kill it, or else it would kill you.
What the fuck? Is the day like set at least? Like you have like X amount of days to prep for the dragon?
It's set. Yeah.
That's a little better at least.
It's pretty good. Like
second day.
Depending on the season, you have different challenges, basically.
Yeah. So it's a survival based game. Well, as the name implies, don't starve. So you're trying to like food is like a pretty big aspect of the game, and then like
Actually, isn't there also like a psychological thing, like you can go crazy or something? Like if you go, because I know something about like the campfires are really important, or like light sources are.
Yeah. If the light bulb goes out, you die. So
so like and so like as Tiger was saying earlier, there's also different challenges for every season. So like the season you start in, I think is autumn. It's like basically like the vanilla season. So there's nothing like you just focus on like getting like your basic necessities, and then like once it gets to like winter, like winter has its own challenges, and then like spring and
Super
summer.
I
cold.
mean, like its own like
you
Ender
have to keep
Dragon, or
yourself
just like
warm, or else you just die.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
so it's like actual different game mechanics too.
Yeah. So in winter, like
That's-
the plants don't grow, for example. So you have to find ways to like survive through the winter without like crops basically to like feed you, or like any sort of plants to feed you. So you need to have some sort of way of feeding yourself through the winter, and then
Yeah.
also like it's cold, so you have to have some way of like dealing with the cold.
Mhm.
Oh.
Gotta stay warm.
And then like at the end of winter, like a boss will come, and then you have to fight the boss. Otherwise, it'll just like, destroy all your stuff. So
Okay.
Yeah. There's a bunch of times we like played it from the start to that, and then we just die at the boss
Yeah.
fight.
Okay, we just
And-
did the boss fight.
Yeah, I
it's
remember
the
y'all
game
playing it a little
is
while back.
effectively hardcore in the sense that if both player dies at the same time, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah, if both players die, then you lose. Well, I mean, you can turn off and play casual mode, but like,
Oh right.
like,
But that's not fun.
yeah, the most.
Wait, how
fun
many is it?
This is when you. is
Sorry,
actually-
go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna ask like how many players can play at once?
I think it's 6.
Oh, what
I-
the fuck? Oh, okay. I
I
thought it
think
was
it-
like 3 max.
I think you can go
Don't start.
further,
Okay.
even if you set up a
Okay.
server.
Oh, if we set up a server, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I've definitely seen servers with more than 6 people, but I don't.
Okay.
I think with local, just peer-to-peer play, I think it's 6.
Yeah, I think with like the one dude hosts the game, that's like 6. But if you have a server set up, it might be different.
Yeah. But yeah, Don't Starve is
Right.
really fun. So I mean, I would highly
Yeah.
recommend. I think
I
it's
feel like it's more fun with like more friends, you know.
I'm
got
down to
7
play with
here,
you,
probably.
especially since it's like one of the fucking like 2 games that I can play with fucking Tiger. I want
Dude.
it back.
Yeah. It's also like it's also very like this very the design is very fun. It's very like it feels like a children's book, but like it's kind of brutal.
Yeah, like the art style for it is sick.
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Great.
But hey, the real favorite game is the friends we made along the way. Well, like actually, you know, games are more fun when you play with friends.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's I have I have the single player game as well. It has like more stuff in it, but I like don't play it because
Yeah.
you know.
Because
It's
it's
more
not
fun.
as fun.
I know friends.
It's way harder to play games single player. Like even the games that I would play single player nowadays, I would need to be playing like while other people are also playing like that game.
The only
So,
games I would consider playing single player are like games that I'm trying to like grind at, like ranked mode and stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
League kind of stuff.
Like I only play Dark Souls when y'all are in call with me, so I can talk or stream. So,
yeah. So
right.
like I was playing like Dark Deity recently, which is kind of like a Fire Emblem ripoff. But like I only started playing that game because like a lot of my other friends were playing it like at the same time. So like we could like talk about it and you know share screenshots and like talk about what we liked about the game and stuff. So like it was more of a social experience rather than just like you know I go play it myself kind of thing, which is just like not as fun.
And another big difference between Don't Starve and Minecraft is that you have to select a character and then it does different stuff.
Oh yeah. The playstyle is different.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Did not know that.
There's like synergies that happen if you know you and your friends pick like something that works well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like unique in that sense.
Oh, I only thought it was just the one guy. I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
it's actually really pretty cool. They actually have pretty different like stuff.
It's very different. Like the way that you play each of the characters tends to be very different because they all like there's certain characters that are just like vanilla characters, but then like a lot of the characters that like they're interesting because they have both strengths and weaknesses. So like they have something, but then like in exchange for being
Also, we
strong,
get something else.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll be weak at something else.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We can get together, band, and play Don't Starve. That'll be pretty cool.
Bro, I'm down.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, I can feel my interest in Minecraft waning just because we're so OP at this point.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like my problem with the Minecraft a
Because
little
Minecraft
bit.
is not actually meant to be like a hard game. Like the point of Minecraft is more so like the building aspect, not as much the
Right, yeah.
the adventure
When I
stuff is
play
kind of
with
like a
you
side.
guys, yeah, when I play with you guys, I feel like we like finish the game pretty fast.
Yeah.
After that, we're just like way too strong. Yeah. yeah, stay with Minecraft.
I mean, you guys could just start building
excuse
shit, right? Like, isn't the whole point to like craft?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
but-
the White House or something
I
like
mean,
something
if
crazy.
you like that, then it's great. But I actually like the like the hard parts more, like trying to not die and stuff. But you have more in Don't Starve. Yeah. You guys want to talk about the next topic?
Sure.
Convention.
Yeah.
I think this is Skylar's, right? This
This
is
is
the anime.
me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went to an anime convention. This is the first American anime convention I've been to. I've been to one before previously in Hong Kong. That was like 50 million years ago at this point. And I also didn't think I really got like the full con experience because my friends at the time were running a stall, so I was helping them like man the stall and selling shit that they made instead of like walking around the convention and stuff. But so basically, my first American convention. I went with a friend. Uh, it was kind of like a last minute thing. It was like it was that weekend. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I found out about it like Tuesday, and then decided to go Wednesday. And then a friend of mine was like, "Yeah, you can crash at my place," and he was like half an hour away from the convention center. So we were like, "All right, stay with you." And kind of went that weekend. And we also met up with this third guy, who's going to be transferring to my school. Um, but right when he started like messaging us, I already did not vibe with this guy. Um, he was just kind of annoying in like I can't really put my finger on it too much. But he was just annoying in a way that I didn't really jive too well with, and he kind of didn't really wasn't very good at social. I mean, like it was kind of weird because he was much more outgoing than the both of us, like personality wise. At the same time, I don't get the feeling that he was very good at reading social cues. So both my friend and I really didn't vibe with this third person that we met over Discord, basically. Um,
Oh no, Discord horror stories.
and we kind of, I know, yeah. And then we kind of just like abandoned him after like the first day, and it was a little sad. Like I felt a little bad because he kept like messaging us, like, "Hey, where are you guys? Where are you guys? You guys going to the convention today?" Blah blah. Blah. We kind of just ghosted his ass.
Oof.
I felt a little bad, but I also didn't know what to say. Like, hey, like like one of the panels he
Hey.
went to, he started like
Sorry.
not like heckling, but like almost heckling, like shouting at the people running the panel, and like that's really uncomfortable for me. Like if you're ever in a group with me, like don't do that, please. Like that shit like really like kind of bothers me. But yeah, he was like shouting at them, and then he was like vlogging about a third of the way through.
The vlogger.
Actually, he wasn't vlogging. He wasn't vlogging. He was like streaming. He was streaming to people, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to entertain like my 5 viewers or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Um, but it was kind of like first of all, he didn't ask us for our permission if he wanted to like be on his stream. Right? Like I feel like that's it's kind of a courtesy thing.
Yeah.
Almost like it's one thing if you just like want to like
Fair.
videotape it as for private use, but if you're videotaping and you're streaming it, right? Like it's in public, right? Like it's whatever, and you just kind of like put our faces up there and everything, kind of without. I feel like you should kind of ask for permission for that,
Yeah.
but he didn't. And he just kind of like went around with the selfie stick, like videoing himself and videoing everyone, and started like talking to the people on his stream, and it was kind of uncomfortable. And then after a point, I could kind of tell that he's like just stalling for time because there's not like enough to say about like the convention.
No, wait. This is the
He
guy you
stopped doing
met on Discord.
yeah, and he's after a while he kind of stopped, and I was like, thank God for that. But for like, I want to say he did it for like 2 hours ish, maybe, and like those 2 hours, those were kind of uncomfortable. And then overall, he was just kind of like too pushy, in terms of like wanting to get to know things about us. Like when you first meet someone, you kind of like you slowly kind of build up that rapport and find out about each other, kind of thing. But he wanted to like instantly best buds kind of guy. Like if we had, because he's transferring to my school, right? Like I get the feeling if we had offered him to be like, oh, you want to like be our roommates next year, he would have like instantly accepted. Like that's the kind of like enthusiasm he had, kind of thing. And not to say that he's like a bad guy, but it's just like it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit.
Get
Because
that social security number.
No, he didn't get that social security number, and like, but yeah, I met up with some other people. We met some other people we knew. These people we like known like in real life before Discord, so they were like a little bit more normal. One of which was a friend of a friend who actually that first the first friend, he's like the one who he comes down and plays with Ash a lot. It's his friend, and the three of us are going to be rooming together next year. So I also thought this was a good opportunity to maybe get to know this third roommate. And he turns out to be pretty chill. So like that's good. And then a couple of his friends, and there was like a boy and a girl, like a couple. I mean, like a romantic couple, not like a couple of people kind of couple. But the convention itself was all right.
What did you actually do there? Like, just curious.
So we did a lot of walking around and like sitting around and looking at stuff. I'm gonna say probably like 30% of my enjoyment was just kind of seeing the cosplays and the vibes of the whole convention center. Like it was really cool to kind of see like the cosplays in person. It was really cool to see just like a lot of people getting together and having fun and being able to talk about anime and stuff. The cosplays were of a decent quality. There were a few that stood out to me as being really good. There was a Chainsaw Man one that was really good. Like they did like the whole. They did
I don't
like the whole
get
cast
cosplays at
Huh?
all. I don't get cosplays.
What
Like
do you mean you don't get
It's
it?
just dressing up like someone you like. You know, it's
I
like
get people that enjoy doing it themselves, but I don't get looking at it. If that makes sense,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I
I
think
get
oh,
those
like you don't
enjoy like
you don't
having
get like
a cosplay.
so
And dress.
you don't get like what enjoyment I get out of seeing them. Is that what
Or
you're
not
asking?
you specifically, not you specifically, but like in general. Yeah. Like
I
cosplay.
think it's seeing the craftsmanship almost. It's kind of like, okay, well, they put in this amount of effort to look like X character or Y thing, right?
yeah,
I
craftsmanship.
enjoyed that.
Like-
And then,
More exciting if you like know the character or like if you like the character more.
Yeah.
oh
yeah,
yeah,
I feel
for
like
sure.
I feel like that definitely
There's a
plays
bunch of
into it.
characters I walked by that like I didn't know, and I like even if the
Oh,
costume was well made or whatever, I
Yeah,
had
it's
no
not-
reaction to it. And I'd be like, oh, there's a X character there or a Y character there, and I know that kind of thing is kind of cool because it also symbol. I mean, like I'm assuming that people who cosplay as these characters are fans of the series as well, right?
Yeah,
or like are fans of at
almost
least
certainly.
that character, almost certainly, right? And so it was kind of cool to like have that know that about them, even if I didn't like talk to them. There were a few I wanted to kind of talk to, but I'm shy, and I didn't end up doing that.
Yeah.
There were a few very attractive cosplayers too.
Pog.
I enjoyed being
I'm
able
just trying to see. I'm just
them.
trying to see a femboy dressed up as Felix. That's all I want out of cosplay.
There were a few Astolfos.
There were.
There were a few,
Fuck yeah, bro.
few Astolfos running around. I think only one of which was like half decent. The other ones were just like kind of ironically bad. Like it was almost like they were bad on purpose, kind of thing. Like there was one that was like a really tall, skinny guy. Like I want to say like 6'5", and he was wearing like the Astolfo kind of outfit,
Bro,
with a
I
mask
just-
on. And I was
I
like,
just want like
it's just it doesn't match, kind of thing.
I just want like a
Um,
6'4", just fucking like 300 pounds, just fucking pure muscle dude, dressed up as Felix or Astolfo. That's all I want.
That'd be so funny.
Either like just the traditional femboy or just like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. There's not
Dude,
I want nothing in between.
Speaking of muscular guys, though, there was a really good Saitama cosplay. Actually, it was this bald guy, and he wasn't like super jacked, but he was jacked enough where like he like definitely looked the part. And I'm like, damn, that's a good Saitama cosplay. I think that's a good
Hey.
one.
To be fair,
Cosplay.
Saitama isn't even like that jacked in the anime. So like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know how like.
It depends on the art style. Like sometimes like you get the close ups and like the kind of intense scene when you like see him, and he is fucking ripped, dude.
Well, yeah, but that's like when he had
but,
just
like,
like a
other-
shirt on, right, and stuff. Like,
Yeah, but you can kind of tell. You know, like his costume fits him pretty well, unless he's doing like a comedic scene or something where it's like the art style is a little looser.
mhm.
What are some other cosplays that were good? There was a Shinoa cosplay from Owari no
Was
Sao
there
from
any
Sword of the End.
Was there any Genshin cosplay that you noticed, or do you even?
Oh yeah,
recognize
there
characters?
was.
There
I
had to have been a
recognize
lot
the
of
Genshin character.
Hololive cosplay, right?
Yeah, I saw the one that stood out to me was a Gura cosplay. That was
Uh-huh.
actually she was really cute. Yeah. And then there were some that were like the kind of their own versions of the characters. Like there was a few gender bent versions of the characters. That was kind of cool. There were a lot of fat people. And
There are a lot of
like the usual kind of there were like some usual the usual weeb cringe, right? Like there's some
This is
really
a
fat
fat
people trying to
people
cosplay. And I'm like no matter how well the costume is made, like you simply just don't look the part
yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
or like at all really. So I was like,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost kind of a waste to me.
I don't know why it's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
But it was hot. It was also hot as shit. Like that, it was a hot weekend. And then several like the actual convention area had like air conditioning, but then there was like a hallway to like hotel section that didn't have air conditioning, and there was like this little snack area on the side that didn't have air conditioning. And I was in like a t-shirt, shorts, and like a jacket, so I was like not super dressed up, right? Like if I dressed up, I mean like layers of costumes or whatever. And I was already like, fuck, this is hot. So I can't imagine those people with like really elaborate cosplays that like they must have been
Yeah.
fucking getting cooked in there. Like I think throughout the day I saw some people with like makeup running and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, of course, like understandable because it's so fucking
Yeah.
hot. Yeah, I saw this one guy. He was dressed in like this Anubis armor. It was probably from like a video game or something. It was really elaborate and
It's
really well done.
Nasus. It's Nasus.
Nasus.
I,
Nasus.
I have no idea. I don't know what the character was, but it was impressive.
It's probably
Um,
Nasus.
And
Isn't
he must have been
Nasus-
getting cooked in there.
League of Legends character. It might have also been
Yeah,
like
dude.
Aussie, like or something. Well, okay. I mean, I guess
It was I don't know. It was black and gold armor.
Was it like?
I don't
Was
know.
he wearing like a head or something? Was he carrying like a gold staff?
No staff. I think he had a sword. But I did see like the Anubis, like the
That's not
dog
Nasus.
helmet kind of thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know where it was from.
Sad.
But yeah. So like that was the cosplays. The panels themselves were kind of weak. I went to a few, and then after a while, I was just kind of like, this is not very entertaining. So I don't really care. Like there was one about like this real samurai, quote unquote, this guy who had trained in like Kenjutsu and Aikido and Judo and blah blah, did like basically a bunch of Japanese martial arts, and he was like to talk about it, and he was really cringe, and then also like the information he gave was like really really basic, or I don't know, maybe it was like basic to me, because I'm like a huge nerd and I kind of know a decent amount about like that stuff, but that one was I kind of, and it was also like crowded as shit. Like they definitely gauged like the interest for panels wrong. Like some really popular panels were like just didn't have enough space for people, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to cram myself in there.
Well, this is the first
There was-
like you went to Anime Expo, right? Or like the big one.
I went to
Anime Expo
Anime
was
Midwest.
online. And Anime Expo was online this year.
Okay.
I went to Anime Midwest. I think it's fine for me to name drop the actual convention. Yeah. And
I want to go.
I went to some of the. Oh, actually, so a few highlights. There was a date auction that we went to. I was kind of excited because I thought we were able to auction ourselves off. But that's not how it is. It's not how it fucking was at all. It's we get to buy cosplayers and like hang out with them for a little bit.
What do you mean? You
And
gonna
some of these,
Like you like buy like a date with them, right? That's like a pretty common
yeah,
thing.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hang
and
out with them.
Yeah, you buy you like buy like lunch with them.
Oh.
yeah. There was it was kind of funny. There was a really hot Cloud cosplayer, and his bid I think went up to like $70 or $80. It was kind of insane.
Are cosplayers like in character? Like, are they acting like their character, or are they just the person,
I think
but like
it
dressed
depends on the
up as a
person,
character?
right?
Some of them, yeah, some of them were. Yeah, we left after I think like 3 auctions because it was like it wasn't what I expected. Like I wanted to be able to auction myself off, dude. I wanted to be able to like meet someone new and hang out with them. right? Like that would have been fun. I didn't really care about the money either. It was just as long as it wasn't zero, as long as it wasn't like nobody fucking wants you get off the stage level of rejection, then I would have been okay. And then what was another highlight event that we went to? We wanted to go to the manga library. So there was like a on like their little brochure, it said that they were going to have a manga library, but that just didn't happen. Like we went to the room we were supposed to be, and it was just empty. And so and then there was like there's supposed to be karaoke rooms, and they never opened, or at least we didn't find them, because that would have been fun. What else? Oh, I should talk about. Actually, there's a bunch more stuff we can talk about. So first, let's talk about the rave. So the Friday night and Saturday night, there was like a night rave thing. I wanted to go to the Friday night one, but my friend was really tired, so we just kind of called it off. And then we went to the Saturday one, and the music was far too loud. Like I've been to
This
parties
is the whole
stuff,
point.
and
The whole point is hearing loss.
like painful. Yeah. So what I did was I went to the rave and I was like, okay, this is way too loud. I left. I went to the bathroom. I got like small squares of toilet paper and I like folded them up to make like makeshift earplugs to put them in. And then I could go back in and I was like, okay, this is still loud, but like at least it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, but that's the way. That's the way to go.
I tried to dance a little bit. One of my friends were kind of just standing there awkwardly. It was kind of like I feel like the anime nerd stereotype is people who like don't really go to that type of thing or like not very comfortable in those environments. And I think that was kind of true for that rave. There were obviously like people who were into it, they're like clustered near the center and towards the front, like really having a good time. There was like a good chunk of people. I'm gonna say like 25% to 30% people just kind of spread out in the back, just kind of like looking at each other awkwardly and. Like if you wanted to talk to someone, it would also be like impossible because like it's just way too loud. So like you can so like even if you want to like meet someone or talk to someone or do whatever, like it was just kind of impossible. So we stayed for probably like 20-ish minutes in that, and then I was kind of like, all right, I feel like I've seen what this is. Like I'm not gonna be able to talk to anyone or meet anyone. So I'm just gonna dip. And then my friends were like, all right, yeah, we'll go. And then actually I didn't talk about the merch yet. So they were selling like a bunch of stuff, right?
I feel like that's the main reason I would want to go to anime convention.
I mean, that's the main. That's how a lot of them make the bucks back, right?
Yeah.
And
so the vendors are like individual vendors. I don't think they're. I mean, I don't know if the convention.
I assume they pay for a stall.
Yeah, they have to pay.
Yeah, they do pay for stalls, but I don't know if they get like a cut of the sales. But there's like a lot of stuff being sold, a lot of figures, and I realized that I don't really have much interest in pure merch, and by that I mean like figures or posters or like stuff that is literally just anime merch. So the stuff I bought was kind of functional. Like I bought shot glasses with like different anime symbols on them. I bought like a rice ball pillow, but like that's like a pillow and it's kind of cute. And then I bought a lot of clothes. I think I showed you guys some of the shirts and stuff that I bought. And
hey, but to be fair, the big purchase that I'm assuming we're working up to is the peak definition of just non-functionality.
What?
It's just the cool shit. No. I think that's on the script. C. Yeah. For the anime convention.
Yeah, so that was actually the first thing I bought. I was walking around the entire day Friday, and I couldn't really see anything that I liked enough to spend money on until I got to. There were two vendors that were selling swords, and I was like, "Nice!" And then, so I like picked up. I picked up one that I was like, "Okay, I kind of like this," but I'm gonna like walk around some more and like think about it a little bit. And it was like they were all in like there were a few that were on the cheap side, like 85-ish, and those when you picked them up, they felt cheap. The only ones that when I picked them up and they felt like legit enough to be like worth buying were in the 200 to 300 range-ish, and they went up to like 500. And so the one that I originally had my eye on was white, and I think it was 250, and it was pretty nice. It had a very fancy saya, which means sheath, and a very fancy sageo, which is like the wrap on the outside on the sheath, like the string that you use to tie it. And I was like, I think about this a little bit. It was white, and I walked it off. And I looped back around later, and that piece was gone. So I'm like,
Damn.
fuck, I kind of
Rip.
wanted that.
Unlucky.
And then I realized, like, a few stalls down that I somehow missed, there was another guy selling real swords. And so I walked over there, and I was like, oh, shit. And some of them were like nicest, but none of them were like as nice as the white one I was originally gonna get. And then I like walked towards, so like the way he positioned his stall, he had like imagine like a revolving door, but on the door was like little hooks where the swords were kind of positioned, so you could
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
like spin it to look at the swords. And I spun the thing, and I look around, and there's one sword, which is the one I actually ended up getting, that was super nice. And that's the one I ended up getting. It was like a, so I'll describe it for our dear viewers. The saya was a dark red, and it had like a little flower pattern on it that was um in this kind of like sparkly-ish detail, like painted in or something. It might have been like some plastic or whatever. But it was also like had like a lacquer kind of finish on it, so it felt like decent quality. I picked it up, and then like I liked the guard design as well. It was I found this out later, but it's actually the guard that Miyamoto Musashi designed, which is kind of like two interlooped rings. Like imagine like the infinity symbol, except the like crossed over like the Venn diagram thing almost. Yeah, it's actually basically
Yeah,
the Venn
yeah.
diagram thing. And but like imagine that, but then it's like squished together a little bit to be overall a bit more oval. And that was like the Suba design. Suba means guard actually. Yeah, so for our non-weeb viewers.
I
And
don't even.
And me.
I
I didn't know those terms either, for the record. So it's not just a.
Oh. Our non-sword weeb people. And I looked it over like a lot. I probably spent like just a half an hour just like standing there, kind of like looking at it, putting it back up, and then like taking it back down, like really wanting it, and kind of
I
putting
mean,
it back,
it's
like just kind of like talking
$250
myself
or whatever.
into it. And so, and then I like took it out, and I like looked at it. It had like a Damascus pattern on it.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, this feels legit. The edge was sharp, and like I looked it up and down, and it has like all the components of a real katana, because a lot of the cheaper katanas, they don't have certain parts, like they don't have like a spacer, or they won't have like an insert in the pommel, or the wrap will be wrong, or they won't have like the ornaments under the wraps for the tsuka, the handle, or like they'll be missing the sago, or they won't have the little loop that where you put the string through on the sheath kind of thing. But it had all the parts, right? It had all the parts of the sword. And this one was 225, and I was like, oh, okay, I really want it. But I put it back out, so I'm gonna think about it a little bit more. I looped back around, and I didn't see it, and I was like, fuck, I should have bought it immediately. And then I go up to the guy, I'm like, did you sell the dark red Kasai Katana already? And I was like, I don't know, man, I've been selling a lot. I'm like, shit. And I like moved the thing a little bit more, and I see it again, and someone had like looked at it and probably put it back in a different spot because it wasn't where I left it. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not letting that happen again. I'm buying it. So I look into my wallet, and I'm like, do I have like the money for this? And so yeah, so I bring it to the guy, and I talk to him a little bit. I'm like, I'm trying to negotiate it down a little bit to him, and he ends up selling it to me for 200 instead of the 225 that was supposed to, which was like a 10% discount. And I was like, nice, okay. And yeah, that was how I got the sword. And then after I got the sword, I feel like the floodgates were just fucking opened for me to spend more, because like I had already dropped so much on this already. And at the same time, my friend was eyeing a custom figure that he really wanted. It was like a figure that someone had like custom painted and custom made like a diorama for. Those kinds of things are kind of lost on me. Like I can't really appreciate those that much. And he was gonna buy it for he bought his for 240. So I was kind of like, all right, my friend is splurging big bucks. I'm gonna do it too. And I kind of like the cat. I've always wanted a katana too. But I was always hesitant to buy it online because I have no sense of the physicality of it, right? Like I don't get a feel for the weight of the blade. I can't really inspect it and like see the different parts and feel it in the hand kind of thing. So I was like, how often am I going to get the chance to buy a katana and see it in person before I do? So I'm like, all right, I fucking bought it. And so reflecting on that a little bit, I'm glad I bought it, but it isn't as high quality as I initially assumed. It still has all those components and stuff, but the Damascus pattern, I'm a little suspicious, maybe etched on. And so it's not like actually fully Damascus steel. It's definitely a tempered steel,
Yep.
but it's probably not like the fancy folded stuff, because the hamon, which is the differential hardening line, so like on a like a traditional katana, you're able to see like basically where the edge is sharp and the rear the back is supposed to be a little like the softer untempered or less tempered iron or steel rather. Um, that looked kind of etched on, and the Damascus pattern I have a feeling was chemically etched on because towards the tip of the sword, the Damascus pattern just kind of stops abruptly, and so I'm like, was that like ground off when it was sharpened? In which case, if it could be ground off, it's not like a true fold pattern in it. The other thing is I've had to tighten the what's called koiguchi, which is the mouth of the sheath, because it doesn't grip the sword tightly enough. I've actually cut myself twice with this sword. Once because I was careless while I was cleaning it, and my finger just kind of slid over the edge. The second, because I was holding the sword, but I was holding it by the sheath and not by the. And I didn't put my thumb over the guard, and it slid out and cut my thumb. And I was like, "Fuck! Okay, I definitely have to tighten this because if I ever hold it like that again, and I'm not careful, and I like ankle it down a little bit, it will slide out." And I looked on this online hack basically where this guy cut off like a little bit of wooden, what are they called, chopsticks. That's right. We'll cut off a bit of like wooden chopsticks, slid it inside, super glued it in, and just kind of like ground it down to fit. And that's what I did. And I've had to do that twice.
Dang.
I wonder if that's on purpose though, because I do know the guards. Sorry, the sayas, the sheaths are meant to be made of a softer wood. So that may just be on purpose.
I mean,
that
I
might be
think part of it
part
is
of the.
probably also just related to the fact that I don't think that people are actually just using them, so it's just mostly for decoration.
I don't know. I definitely took it out to swing around and feel myself over. Um, uh, yeah. So like, I 3D printed some stands for it, and it looks really nice atop my fridge. I definitely take it out and like unsheath it and like I told you guys this already, but it goes really well with my kendo uniform. Like I wore my kendo uniform and I slot the sword and I was like, ooh, if I was a better looking guy, I would look really clean. But
Well, now
Have confidence in yourself, King.
it still looked really good. And those photos will never be posted anywhere because they're kind of cringe. But in my heart of hearts, I really enjoyed it. And I think it looks really cool.
Yo, you got to talk about the hentai section though.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, I do have to talk about the hentai
That's
section.
the highlight.
I didn't notice the hentai section at first.
Right, you didn't know that.
dude,
Because
I'd
the
fucking
provisions-
beeline to that shit, right, Troy?
Oh yeah, boy, you know I'm there. You know I'm there.
Oh. That's actually by design because on the convention brochure they explicitly say you can't show like pornographic materials. There's going to be minors and stuff. So if you do so hentai, it has to be like in a sectioned off stall. And there was
Yeah, you
so I
gotta
went
keep it
to
family
two-
friendly. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I went into. I mean, when you have figures with their tits spilling out of their bras, like, and those are okay to be on display, I'm kind of like, okay. But I guess potatoes. Like
Just straight up nudity. You know, it's the next level. But hey,
That's
that's
true,
also
that's
good
true.
because it's in one condensed area. You can all the that literally horny jail is just this one cordoned off part of the convention.
So it
appreciate
actually
that.
wasn't a cordon part off. It was specific stalls that had an area where they were kind of curtained off. And at first, I didn't notice them, like because there were black curtains, right? I kind of just like they just didn't register on my visual system, and I kind of just walked past them. And then one of the friends we met up with DM'd me and was like, "Yo, have you seen the hentai section yet?" And I'm like, "There's a hentai section?" And then he like showed me where they were, and basically I had to show him ID to prove that I was over 18. And
Wait,
there were
what?
2 hentai sections that I visited.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, also I had to leave my bag outside because I'm assuming like because once you went into like the curtained area, like they weren't really people looking at you, so like they didn't want people to, like steal stuff. And that's fine, that's fair. So I leave my bag towards the front and I go into the hentai section. I didn't buy anything because why the fuck would I? But
Why the
there was
fuck
some
would he
spicy
do? What
stuff
the
in
hell?
there.
Nah, bro, I'm buying some dojins.
I'm buying some fucking
Yeah,
Kaki Makura covers. Come on.
Bro, I'm trying to buy.
Let me try to paint a picture of what I saw in there. There were the wall scrolls, right? Like this, the things you hang up that were very lewd. They were actually the wall scrolls were like the least lewd part of the actually. So there are two hentai sections I went to. The first one was pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie. It was mostly doujinshi, and I flipped through and I'm like, okay, very run of the mill, not very spicy.
Too vanilla for a refined taste such as yours.
Yeah, not spicy enough.
Bro, where's the NTR, bro?
Where's the
For me.
tentacles?
Where's the tentacles, bro?
And
Wait. A few days ago, I think maybe a week ago, I found the difference between, or not I found, but like I discovered the difference between tentacles and arms for like
what?
octopuses or squids, I should say.
Wait,
There's
what?
a difference?
Yeah, so tentacles only have the suction things at the end, but arms have it like throughout the whole, like on the whole arm.
So
Like,
wait,
along.
a squid. Oh,
So
oh,
a
wait.
squid has 8 arms, or I think it's 8. Yeah, 8 arms and 2 tentacles.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think
Just-
that's
By any slim chance, is this from the fucking John Oliver video?
No.
Okay. Because John Oliver just posted he has his like whatever they're called, like story of the week, whatever, and it's about octopuses. It's weird.
Oh,
well, I
Fuck,
more
okay.
than squids, but yes.
Oh, I thought you said octopuses.
Anyways,
You said squids. My
so
bad, my bad.
a lot of tentacles in like traditional like hentai stuff are actually arms. Just saying.
Just saying.
I don't know. That kind of has a different feel. Like if you change the tag from tentacles to arm, I don't know, people are going to get confused. People be like, what?
Or just walking around and be like, hey, is there someone in charge here? I'd like to talk to them about the classification. This is a tentacle section, but it should actually be labeled the arm section. Not to
As
be
you
that
can
guy,
see in
but
this panel, there are clearly suction cups all over the entire appendage, which makes it an arm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes,
Right.
like that first store I was in, pretty mid, not gonna lie. There were a few wall scrolls up, and then it was mostly doujinshi. I looked through them, I was like, wasn't gonna buy any of this anyway. And I leave, and I was in there probably for like 9 minutes. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. And they were all like old doujinshi too. Like they were drawn with like a rather old style.
Well,
I
to be
guess
fair,
they
like,
almost
dojins, like in general, are drawn with an older style than because like okay, actually I don't know exactly what the reasoning here is, but like in general they're drawn with an older style, like because I mean
Really?
there are hentai like dojins, I guess, that are drawn with like the newer style, but like a lot of them are drawn like in a more outdated style. It's just like something that happens. I don't know why.
I mean, like it looked like the Sailor Moon kind of style, like the 80s, 90s ish look, and I was like, okay. I mean, I don't really like that look in the first place, maybe because I didn't grow up with it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So okay, the second store I went to, so before we went to the store, we had to wait because they had like a capacity of like I think 3 people at a time in the hentai section. So me and my friend had to fucking wait outside, and the group of 4, they were taking their sweet ass time, like holy shit. And then so we were waiting, right? And this one guy walks out, and he was like a really skinny nerd. He was wearing a fucking fedora.
Interesting.
And he kind of came out and he walked off. And then a few minutes passed, right? And I'm like, all right, let's take it. So, and then this fat guy walks out with like a huge belly and beard, and just like imagine what like the grossest Discord mod you can imagine Just like
Discord
just walked
bot.
out of the hentai section. Yeah, and he like starts screaming for his friend who like walked out early. He was like screaming like Andrew, Andrew, and something like oh, this is like good stuff or whatever. And so his friend fucking comes back and goes back in, and they spend like another 15 minutes in there. And so basically, I was waiting. So I'm going in there for the memes, right? Like, I went in with like I'm like there's nothing in there that I would really buy.
Waits 30 minutes
Right,
to
for
go
the
in for the
memes.
meme.
Right,
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
memes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I was
Right, for the memes.
I was chilling there.
All right.
So it was me
all
and
right.
my buddy, right? Me and my friend, and we're just waiting there. And on the outside, so there's actually that's a lie. There was one thing I wanted to buy. You guys guess what it was?
Guess what it was? I'm not. I'm gonna say. So you're not figurines. Is it just like a shirt with just like a naked lady on it, but an anime lady? That's my guess.
No.
Oh, gosh.
Fucking
No,
lock
no.
into my answer.
Boot
No.
pad or something? I don't know.
No. Tiger was your guess.
Wait. I don't know, dude. No clue.
Okay. So the one thing I sort of considered buying was this towel, and the towel on it was pixelated. So if you use the towel and you like hung it around your waist, it looks like your nether regions were pixelated. I thought that was kind of funny.
That's actually pretty fucking good.
That's pretty.
That's pretty. I like that. I like that.
Innovation.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to get that. I was like, fuck. But it was like $30, and I like looked through the bag, and the towel was really thin. It would look like really cheaply made. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna drop $30 on this. But that was the only thing I was sort of tempted to buy because I
is
thought that
pretty
was funny.
That is pretty funny.
Honestly, I probably could have been tempted to buy that. That's
I
pretty
tried, to
fucking
talk
great.
I tried to fucking talk my friend into buying it. And I was like, "Hey, you should get it. You should get it." And he didn't get it.
Hey, I'll be back in a few minutes. I have to pee real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Wow.
He's gonna miss the hentai story details. And then so finally these assholes come out and they have the fucking biggest grins on their faces, so you know they got some good stuff. And then me and my friend walk in. So this hentai section, there was a lot less of each thing, but there's a lot more diversity. Like so they had wall scrolls, they had the Tenga eggs that I think what's his name? Joey, the anime man, talked about. Like he did like a thing on his what was it? Giga? I forget. He had like the Tenga eggs in there, and then they had like some Ono holes and like some. Actually, I saw like a. I'm assuming was a vibrator. It didn't really shape like a vibrator, but I can't read any Japanese, but I saw
Okay.
like wires and like little on switch, and it sort of looked like it wasn't really shaped like a vibrator, but I'm guessing it was. And then stuff for like butt stuff. They also had the usual.
It's more
they had,
a
like, the
porn store
doujinshi.
than a hentai section, but okay, continue.
Yeah, and then they had like doujinshi.
Porn is just hentai, right? Sorry, I mean
What?
hentai is just porn, but like
Or sorry,
Japanese.
not like a porn store. How do I say it? Like
sex shop.
yeah, like
Like
a
an
sex
adult
shop.
toys shop.
Like-
Yeah, like
Adult
a sex
toy
shop.
Yeah, sex shop, I guess.
Yeah, they also had doujinshi. Their doujinshi was also really mid. They had some spicier wall scrolls in the other place.
Wait, do they sell flashlights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Ono holes
actually,
are
I think-
flashlights, right? Or like
Ono holes are
Same
flashlights.
idea.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and dude, it was amusing and uncomfortable at the same time because I'm like sort of chuckling to myself about all this kind of fucked up shit, but also I'm like the fact that they were trying to like
Wait, I have a
like
question.
the selling of it. Like there was my friend knows some Japanese, and he translated one of the flashlight boxes to me, and one of the taglines on the flash box was like, "Oh, the nubs feel like just like a real woman and have like are of a X
no.
size, and so they like feel really good."
When you market it like that, no, it's not like any
I'm back.
the customers can tell the difference.
True.
Huh?
Know
True.
the difference.
True.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm still okay. I'm in the second hentai store, right? And
He was saying that his friend translated some of the Japanese to English for him. Do you want to say the specifics?
it was like like the basically, like the line on the box to like try to entice you to buy it was like, "Oh, feels just like a real woman," or something along those lines. And there's another line that was like, "Oh,
The pocket pussy?
yeah. That's what a flashlight is. Yeah, there's some those. And then there was also some the Tenga eggs, and I didn't realize those were one use. So I kind of picked one up, and I'm like, if you like didn't know what this was, like this looks like a Kinder Surprise egg, like is very harmless. And then I like leaned over to the side and like asked like the lady running the shop, I was like so like are these like one use? I was like legitimately curious. Right? I'm like I don't know, like she's like yeah, and I'm like wait, so you would pay like $10 for a wank and then just like never use this thing again? Like that seems kind of expensive, like
That's what
tissues are.
prostitution is, bro.
I guess. I mean, like I don't know, but and then like the flashlights had like instructions on the back for like how to clean it, and then I just thought to myself like, I already feel gross after doing the stuff, and so like if I had to clean up, I don't think I could like handle it. So like, no, no way in hell. Like the old fashioned ways are best in for some things. Um, and there was some butt stuff I saw, and then there were vibrators.
You mean like butt
There were
plugs?
Was there like
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
like? Well, I mean, like, was there stuff like I don't know, like a Bakimaka cover or like something like that, or was it a lot of just like sex shop stuff?
Oh, actually, yeah, there were documentary covers. Those were by the wall scrolls actually. Um, and they were, they were pretty spicy. I mean, not not enough for me to actually. That kind of implies that if it was spicy enough, I would buy it, but that's not true either. Like if it was really spicy, I also probably wouldn't buy it. There's just really no. Yeah, like I said, the only thing that I was ever considered buying was that towel. I thought that was kind of funny. Other than that, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't really care for any of this. Oh, there was lube. There was a lot of lube actually.
What the hell?
And it's supposedly like different flavors.
How do they market that kind of stuff for like a hentai specific thing? Because like, what's the difference between like a regular
I
one
guess it's Japanese.
versus what you find in like a hentai store?
Oh, there was a fucking do y'all know who Sid Snap is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Any of y'all? I know Michael probably does.
yeah. Garnt's
Do y'all
wife.
too? Yeah, so guys, Garn's wife, like another big anime guy, Tiger.
Okay.
And her thing is all like spicy content. So she talks about like hentai and stuff like that. She did a thing with talking about lube, and they're like marketed as like the sense of certain characters.
Yeah, I
Oh.
saw that. There was one that was like the lube is different flavors or whatever, or something like that.
I definitely remember watching the video where it was like the bath salts or whatever, and
Oh, sure.
yeah, that was just weird. I don't know.
It's just so bad. Like it's just too horny, bro. Like
Yeah, and
actually,
so
honestly, fuck it. To each their own. Be as horny as you want to be.
I mean,
Within
yeah,
the
it's like
confines of your own home.
True.
I guess if it helps, but to me, it's like a necessary evil for me. Like
Yeah, I mean,
I don't need all that shit. Like bodybuilders who are literally like, oh, food is fuel. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my attitude, but towards like jerking off.
yeah.
Really? No.
Yeah, like I don't go.
Wait, what? I missed out on the first half of the sentence. Wait, what?
Okay, so those like workout people or like those bodybuilders who like their
Right.
attitude towards food is like food is fuel. It doesn't have to taste good.
Sure.
Like, it's just something I need to do.
Uh-huh.
That's my attitude towards like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
like
That's what you're
sex
saying.
stuff. Yeah.
Honestly, if like you're a bodybuilder in this scenario, bro, I'm a chef. I'm a chef, or I'm a professional eater. Either one.
Yeah, like, I mean,
you gotta enjoy it, bro. It's part of who you are. The
Dude, of
horny
course.
never goes away.
Praise the food
You gotta
blog.
embrace it, bro. You gotta embrace the horny.
world.
What's up, Tiger?
You're like the food blogger that travels the world.
Oh my God.
You have a show on CNN.
Dude.
Right, I'm trying to get my my porn reviews on Food Network.
Yeah. r/hololids.
Hallelujah, bro. I'm basically a mod at this point.
Jeez.
but yeah, so I was in there for probably like 15 minutes. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I just like to see all that. I didn't buy anything, but to like see it. It was kind of underwhelming though because we waited so long to get in there. I was but my friend wanted to kind of go and I was kind of morbidly curious. But that was kind of cool. We'll get into the highlights from the convention.
Would you go again?
I think I would want like a bigger group of friends or like more people that I know to kind of walk around with. I would go. There's okay. So I would say overall, it was really fucking expensive. Like just the gas for me to drive all the way over there, like there and back, was probably like $80 to $90.
Yeah.
And then
Did anyone help pitch in with gas money? No.
No, oh well, no, because so the one friend that I stay with, he lived close to the convention already. He lived like half an hour away.
Oh, okay.
So I stayed the nights at his place basically. So I was able to save on like hotel costs and stuff. And then the ticket for entrance was 65. And then if you want to have like merch and stuff, you probably want to allocate. I'm gonna say probably at least like $300 to want to get like figures you want and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like food and everything. Like so this overall thing, I probably spent like $500 ish on all of this. Maybe 550.
Yeah. Well, I mean, makes sense, but like that's not. That's like like one off. That's like expensive, but at the same time, like it's not that expensive for like a big event. I feel like to like go to a big event and
and like compared to like and like I obviously you don't do this very often, so to me it's like kind of worth splurging a little bit.
Yeah.
But like next time I would want to do like a proper cosplay and everything that's gonna like cost money and stuff. But I feel like that's kind of part of the fun, right? It's also like a good way to like break the ice for people, I think, because like if you're dressed up, people can like compliment you on your costume and stuff. You can like, talk to them about stuff.
Of course.
Instead of just like being dressed like normally, like I was. Like,
Oh wow.
Wait, so I got a question.
Would go again. Yeah, what's
you have the time, you have the resources, you have the skill. Who are you cosplaying as?
So I actually thought about that. Yeah, I was like, who would I cosplay? So there are a few characters that come to mind, and the reasons why I picked them were because we were similar height, similar like build, like just body shape wise, and I liked the characters. So the characters were Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. We were actually the exact same height.
Roy Mustang. Searching it up. Because I don't know what that is. Okay. All right.
Tenya from My Hero Academia. He's like the running guy. We both have really big calves and basically the same haircut, and we both wear glasses. I actually probably do a really good Tenya.
Both of these characters look the same. You just have two characters that look very similar.
They're picking ones that look like him.
It's pretty neat. And then the third one that I kind of want to do, except I'd have to get like way more ripped, is Yami from Black Clover, and his is kind of easy. He just wears kind of like a tank top. Yeah.
Oh wait, is it the cat? Is that Duncho?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy just looks like the ripped version of the other two characters.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now.
So I would have to get like way more jacked to pull that one off, and then I would just literally let my facial hair grow out a little bit, have a cigarette in my mouth, and it'd be kind of like, and then I'd probably like gel up my hair or something. But yeah, those would be like the three characters I could probably do. I think there are other characters that I like, but I don't think I could pull off. Like Kenshin, maybe I would want to do Kenshin, but I don't have the frame for Kenshin. I'm way too big to be.
Who is Kenshin?
Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin.
What is that? Oh, I see what it is. I see what this is.
I want to go to an anime convention
that I would ever cosplay.
I want to go to an anime convention at least once. Like maybe I'll go to Anime Expo someday.
Bro, just let me know, bro. I'll be there.
You guys,
really?
Honestly, I would be so down. You have no idea.
All right, let's do it. I don't know.
Go, gaming.
Maybe next year when stuff is opening up.
If I'm free, I'm here.
You guys wanna talk about Rick and Morty before we wrap it up?
All right.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I guess do you guys have any final questions for like what the anime convention was like and stuff?
I can't think of anything. Like I'm definitely interested in going, and like I feel like it still sounds worthwhile.
I've never had the experience. I think it would be cool to go at least once.
Yeah, basically to sum it up, I liked it. I had fun. There were some cringy moments along the way, but I honestly kind of feel like that's Yeah, that's part of the package. That's like me complaining that my cat scratches me. It's like, all right, well, that kind of comes with the territory. So, yeah, I just wish it wasn't so expensive, but that's just like the world. The world is expensive, unfortunately.
Yeah.
True. True.
All right, Rick and Morty, season 5.
If you guys were to pick the best episode of the new season so far, which one would you guys pick?
Hmm.
I think it's the first.
I liked episode 3 the most.
Wait,
Is that the
3,
doppelganger one?
right?
What?
That was like the clones one, right? Like the decoys one.
Oh, was that the decoys? Was that Planetina or
Yeah,
or
Planetina is the one I'm talking about. I think
I
that's
think
3, right?
Yeah,
I think that was 4. I thought decoys was 3.
Wait, no, I think the new one is 4. The fucking disgusting one is 4.
Yeah,
The
the
gross
one.
one.
Incest baby. Sperm
And-
stuff.
Oh yeah, like the Morty's sperm becomes like
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a little weird. That was a little weird, Champ.
Yeah. So
I like that
So
one.
Morty's
This is the one I disagree with.
Morty's from episode 4. Episode 3 is Planetina. Episode 2 is
Planetina.
all the duplicates, and episode 1 is the threesome one
Nimbus.
with all the horse people.
Also, the person that voiced Planetina is Alison Brie. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Oh, really? What the fuck? I didn't even notice that.
I could tell like just by listening. She's been in a lot of TV shows and that I like, and then she also acts in films. So she's like an actor. So
That's
Yeah,
But
she
I
was.
was-
Did y'all ever see Community?
yes.
no.
Community, Mad Men.
Oh, she's in Mad Men. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. She's one of the.
Oh, she's.
dudes
Did y'all ever watch BoJack Horseman?
Yes, that.
She voices
well.
the. She voices. I can't remember her name right now, but she voices.
Diane.
voices
She voices Diane.
Diane. Yeah, she's Diane.
She's in a lot of shows that I really like. So it's like,
Yeah.
Anyways, I think I like the first one the most as well. So Trey and I.
Yeah.
on this team.
I think that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the first
I
one-
like. I honestly. I don't even know what. I don't see. I'm not like the biggest Rick and Morty fan, but like I knew we were gonna talk about it, so I looked into it a little bit. I think the most recent one is like it exemplifies my annoyance with the series, where they're just like, we're gonna be as weird and quirky and random as possible, but at the same time, you know,
I think they only
Rick
have
is a
couple
dark
that-
and brooding man with a lot of past,
So
and that gets
Oh,
really
balls.
annoying to me.
I think in the series, like this
What's
one, there was the. I'm saying there was only like a couple of episodes where it's like what you're saying, where it's like it's just like I don't know what they're doing. It's just like really random, kind of gross.
Like another one that I didn't like is oh shit.
I think it might be the season 5 premiere, like the first one where like that's
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
where
Yeah, that's
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
Nimbus,
can you hear me? Sorry, my headset died.
It's like the other Arnie world.
the guy who was just like he controls the police, and that's like it's never explained. Like, that was kind of funny. And then like Morty making a mistake and accidentally creating this like, entire civilization that's just through the entire ages is just hell bent on hating him.
I really like that plot line.
Yeah.
Yes, the Narnia thing.
Yeah,
It's pretty
same.
good.
But what was 2? 2 is the clones.
Two's the clone.
Two is with the one with all the
What was
clones.
the
That
other
was just kind of boring. That was just kind of boring to me.
Okay. Those clones.
Actually, I kind of like that one. That one kept me on my toes. I was like, okay, so which family is the real family?
yeah,
And they just kind of kept one upping itself on how ridiculous it got. And then towards the end, they were like, all right, well, that happened.
See, I kind of like honestly, I predicted that none of them were going to be the actual family, kind of from the get go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't really like that episode, to be honest. I don't know. I definitely feel like when I binged Rick and Morty, I felt like it was better. Maybe it's because like, I don't know. I just didn't like the episodes that much, to be honest.
I
Like,
think season 1 and 2 are really good, and then I think 3 and 4 were like okay. I think this one is better than 4 though. Season 4, the new season is better than
I
4.
don't think I actually watched season
That's
4.
true. Yeah, I didn't. I thought season 4 was pretty mid.
Yeah, same.
The thing is, they keep going for these like anthology adventures instead of moving like the plot forward. Like the one thing everybody wants to know is like, okay, what's happening on the Citadel? What is Evil Morty doing? Right? Like,
I like anthology was more
I'm definitely invested in like the long-term plot kind of thing.
I think both work, but like if they do like the random stuff, like it has to be like good. If it's just like random, then if it's random and it's bad or like mediocre, then it's just like whatever.
Yeah, I like to me the long running stuff like the non-episodic stuff is what's most interesting about the story to me. But now like with these kind of one-off adventures, like the characters just kind of like fall into their archetypes or your preconceived notions of who they are, right? That they're not really getting more development or more characterization through these wacky adventures like they kind of used to. And so because of that, I'm not as invested because I know like everything kind of returns to the status quo at the end.
Maybe I just don't enjoy it as much because my sense of comedy is ruined by Hololive.
Maybe, I don't know.
So what is Hololive just peak comedy to you now?
Yeah. Hololive is peak comedy.
Bro, speaking of,
One thing Rick and
Iris
Morty
is gonna
like,
stream
like,
soon,
I'm
bro.
looking for like funny stuff. I would go like watch, you know. But that's just me. I don't find.
Say that again, Tiger. Sorry.
No. I was saying that I don't find Rick and Morty that funny. Like, anyways, it was just like fun to watch. Like, if I was looking for something funny, I would go watch stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, I
feel
found Rick
like
and
this
Morty
is
funny.
also like a funnier with friends kind of thing. Like you're not supposed to pay too much attention to Rick and Morty. I feel like, you know.
I thought it was much
maybe.
better when I watched it before, but like maybe it's just.
I definitely think seasons 1 and 2 are much stronger than.
I think 1 and 2 was the best.
Yeah, like when the show became kind of a meme, it's almost like the whole DJ Khaled suffering from sex thing because like they keep have to try to one up themselves, and it's really hard because like they have to make a certain number. So like I heard they had to make the contract to make like 100 episodes total, and it's like how do you stretch out something like that to 100 episodes? You have to do these one-off adventures, and
that's fair.
And like I think we all kind of agree these one-off adventures can be kind of hit or miss, right? Like.
Yeah, some of them are
Nimbus
good,
was
some of them are just
some of them are bad. Yeah, like I'm saying like the new one, the sperm one. I think it was
one. It's so random.
I don't really
the
get
sperm one. I was just like, what the hell?
You know.
Oh, Ash wants to be fed. I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we're pretty much
still enjoyable enough. Like I think, like to summarize, I still like it, but not as much as I kind of used to, and that kind of depresses me. Like I don't want it to become like The Simpsons, where it's like becomes super drawn out and just kind of pointless after a while.
Yeah, The Simpsons is kind of similar. Like same with like South Park. I used to love watching it, but then like
South Park is gone. The writing has gone worse. So yeah.
Ash, mute to the microphone for me.
South Park. Wait, Trey, what's your favorite TV show of like TV show /
Well, I gotta like distinguish between TV show and like anime.
Okay.
Because anime has a special place in my heart. Okay. Favorite TV show?
Wait, what's favorite anime?
One Piece.
Oh, it's One Piece. Okay.
Yeah.
The one about TV show that's not.
Maybe Breaking Bad. Like I know it's kind of a basic answer, but Breaking Bad probably. It's just so good. I rewatched it 2 or 3 times, and I enjoy it every single time.
Yeah.
But there's also like I don't watch that much TV.
I don't watch it like any TV. My answer would be like Modern Family, but now.
Jesus.
I recently finished actually
non-anime show.
You recently finished what?
Modern Family.
I don't know if I've finished it, but I actually think it's like from what I've watched, it's like it's definitely pretty good. I liked watching a bunch of sitcoms before because I watched
probably my favorite sitcom, I think.
Yeah, I watched like The Simpsons and Modern Family and Big Bang Theory and stuff.
Dude, you can't put Modern Family in the same category, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying by genre, but Modern Family is way better. Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's not even close. Big Bang Theory is kind of
It's kind of
Big Bang Theory was formative for me.
Family.
Don't scratch me, god damn it! All right, yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Well,
if it's non-anime.
On that note,
yeah. On that note,
on that note, I have to feed my cat. She's getting angsty.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's end it here.
Angie.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trey, for coming on.
Bro,
Yeah,
my
thanks, Trey,
fucking
for coming
pleasure.
on.
This is good. Just chatting shit with the boys.
Yeah.
No? Okay, see
Bring you
y'all
back on
in
for the
seating in like
ReZero
5
episode.
minutes.
Yeah, bring it
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
You
yeah.
mean right after?
Bring on for the ReZero
Yeah,
episode.
five,
and we
5
gotta bring
seconds.
you on.
Sorry, I didn't know if y'all wanted to
All
wrap up. You know, have a
Okay.
post briefing.
right, and since I'm the host. And in that case, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and others, aliens, maybe, for watching this episode of Shitposting with the Lads. We'll say certain
God.
people, yes, watching
Sentient
this
sperm.
episode of Shitposting with the Lads. Signing off.